what's happening here that's not happening anyplace else?
I mean, the competitive level starts at 4 years old.
Classic rivalry.
Hall of Fame type coaches, great personalities.
All three schools, though, they changed the game of college football.
Florida State Seminole.
Miami Hurricanes.
Florida Gators.
You want to dominate your opponents and you want to get stoned, make sure that you roll up.
It's the roll up. It's the vibes. Another beautiful day in the Sunshine State. Not so beautiful, but you know, it's a hurricane.
Beautiful in Tallahassee.
It's beautiful out there. It's semi-beautiful here. Depends on how you feel about bad weather, man. You know?
Yeah, we kind of got lucky.
Kicking it with the guys. Larry and CJ, what they do, my dudes?
You muted, bro.
My bad. Yeah. I clicked on the wrong mic. Pause. Yeah, all good, man. New setup, so you know we gotta get adjusted to it a little bit. This is weird as hell now too, like, but it's cool for y'all side. For us, it looked like real Hollywood directors. Like we see actual green screens and shit, so it feels a little bit off, man. I ran all the way to that store to get an Ethernet cable that they said they had. They wasn't one Ethernet cable on the aisle, bro. I was like, son of a. So I held this up for nothing. Trying to bring y'all the best quality though, but I'll have one for the next show.
No doubt, man. New look, who this, man? How you feeling, CJ?
Feeling pretty good, man. I'm a little pissed off that the kids didn't get probably like Orange County and got down Florida that didn't get off there as far as schools. It was crazy. Yeah, man, that shit pissed me off. Then I got somebody that lives in Panama City, Bay County, you know, that's even further away from the storm. They kids in Panama City, they even off from schools. That shit kind of pissed me off. But other than that, though, man, pretty good. That was my get out of jail free card for work myself.
Yeah, I've been chilling over here, man. We got today off from school with the kids, and also tomorrow. So they got a little mini fall break here, bro. But yeah, we just been chilling over here. Whenever the rain slow down, we'll go out, toss the ball around. Jit when they got a haircut today, you know, like that type of shit, man. It ain't really a hurricane down here. We're on the East Coast. And shout out to everybody that got to deal with this hurricane. I know we're looking for these free days off, but some of these people are bunkering down right now, especially on the West Coast, Tampa, St. Pete, Sarasota. All them boys is catching it right now.
Yeah, man, definitely get a shout out to those people because I know some people who actually stayed in the Tampa area and wanted to hold it down, which I kind of advise not to. But people feel like they do what's best for them. But definitely want to send out prayers, especially down in the Fort Myers area. They're really getting it right now as far as storm surge and things like that. And that's one of the most dangerous things when it comes to these hurricanes. Of course, you got the damage to your house, of course, but the storm surge, man, that shit can be really life-threatening.
Yeah, Mother Nature, motherfucker. I was seeing the pictures of the Bay. TJ and Dan Thompson, all those guys out there in the area were sending pictures of it, and it's like it looks dry, desert dry a little bit as far as the water evaporating and leaving. So like Mother Nature, motherfucker, that water got to return. Crazy. Yeah,
you just said it has to return, right? So whenever the hurricane draws closer, it sucks the water in, and all that shit comes back once the hurricane gets through or whatnot. It really is fascinating to see as far as Mother Nature, and also you see the different animals. We talk about animals all the time on the show. You see the different animals. What animals?
Yeah, I was like, I see CJ shifting it right.
Yeah, baby, right. But you see the reaction to different animals or whatnot, which is crazy as well. They know the storms are coming, so their behavior changes as well with the storm. So it's really fascinating to see all facets of everything involved in the storm.
Here's my thing, dog. I got a lot of different takes. I was smoking a lot of weed last night, so I was thinking about a couple of different things, right? I went for a walk, and like the shit you was talking. So the ducks, there's a lot of ducks in my neighborhood, and there's like a little lake right here. So I'm walking, I see all the ducks just lined along the lake, but not in the water. So I was like, bro, them motherfuckers know some shit cooking too.
They know some shit coming, bro. It's crazy.
But I was thinking, like, just for like people, right? And I just know, like, we as humans used to be able to feel that shit as well, I think. Because there was no forecast and no weathermen. I think at there was a certain point in time, I think some of our survival instincts got killed with technology, TV, and everything else, man. But I think we had those survival instincts as well as people at some point in time. I don't think hurricanes just popped the fuck up on us.
I hope not. I do often wonder like how people made it this far. Like I'd be like, damn, bro, imagine you live in like, a log cabin and a hurricane come through. Like, oh, what the hell? My
Right.
whole shit blow now. Yeah, so
You
you're right.
gotta rebuild all that shit, man.
Something going on to help you out.
Right. And with no insurance back then neither. So when your shit got destroyed, with nobody to call like State Farm and Allen and them guys to say, hey, my shit just got pushed away. Can you come rebuild it with the construction company? Nah, you and the family got to get back out there and rebuild the house and all them logs and cabins and all that shit again. CJ, you left for a second, but here's my take. My take was the same instincts that the pets and animals have for like survival, sensing storms and all that shit. I think we as humans used to have those same instincts, but you know, that shit get deaded with technology and the things we use to survive now. Just like people are losing in their sense of direction because of GPS and shit.
Correct. GPS, sense of direction. We had someone, I'm not sure we had someone on, but it was just, I had a conversation about this recently about kids, right? Like they don't really know sense of direction, just driving around because they're not really looking out the windows.
Yeah, Doug.
That was Doug. That's
Doug.
correct.
That was Doug.
They're not looking out the windows, and shout out to Doug and those guys. They're not looking out the windows and things like that and getting that muscle memory of what's going on. So that's a very good point. I feel like in those times, we definitely were aware, you know, when storms were coming and things like that, and they were able to prepare for it as well. So that's a very good point. We had those instincts too, I believe, but like you said, it just get lost within the technology, and it's just getting further away from it with just that prime example about the system direction thing.
Right. Outside
and
of
also,
that, man,
I like your take in regard, well, not your take, but you brought house damage. Richie shout out to Richie with Double Fries No Star. He had brought up a really good point on the timeline. It may be, hopefully it's not too late, but it may be with some of the storm stuff. But get like pre-pictures of your house prior to the storm or whatnot, and then take post pictures after, just so those insurance companies, man, we all know they try to finagle in regards to not paying money in regards to the claim. So just so you have all your ducks in a row in regards to the storm, the before and after, let me know, hey, this damage definitely came as a result of the storm.
Hey, Harlan, send me pictures of your house, man. All the fly shit y'all got around there, man. It's like a lot.
Right. I go down.
You see it, baby. That's
at
pure alpaca right there. You got to block that shit. You can't just come in.
You definitely got to blot it, man. Shout out to Frank Lucas. Outside of that, man, how y'all boys been, man? Everything? Y'all had a good productive week?
It's great. Yeah, it's a cool weekend for me, man. Cool weekend. Chilling through the weekend, and what this is, Wednesday. Just regular old work gig stuff, man. Nothing too special.
Nothing too
putting
crazy
in the
going
hours. Nah, I was supposed to be flying down there this weekend. I think I'm gonna do that again. Supposed to be going to check out a place to live.
Right.
But, we're gonna put that on hold for the moment.
So when do you officially move?
October 8th. I'll be in a hotel. They put me up in a hotel for a while, so
that's
I'll be
around the corner, boy. That's dope.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. That's where it's at, man. I'm excited, bro. Our game almost got canceled. I'm glad that bitch didn't get canceled. They moved it to Sunday, so that was good news for me. Been a pretty chill week, bro. Regardless, we lost Saturday, but I think everything's on the up and up, bro. I can't complain, man. Excited.
No worries. Somebody took the eyes right off of that. You need to worry about that loss.
Now, speaking of Paul Warner, so it's crazy fucking week, man. So ours got canceled as well, the beginning portion of the week, which I feel like if you put something in the atmosphere, you should stick to that shit, right? So we get a text message today because, of course, the storm is going to impact Tallahassee. It's pretty much going to be, we're not even going to drop of rain, just looking at the weather report. It's crazy how it shifted from looking like it's going to Tampa or up through the Gulf, just going straight through the lower half of Southwest Florida through Central Florida on up. But, they went ahead and said that, hey, we're going to go ahead and schedule games for Saturday or whatnot, which is crazy. I'm just lucky that my Pop Warner game for my kids started at 9 a.m. And shout out to James Coleman because he was able to give basically my team some tickets for the Wake Forest game. He gave me like 35 tickets. So I was going to take for the Wake Forest game. So that's pretty dope. I was going to take the majority of those guys to the game, had all the parents signed off for it, this, that, and other. You're right, but at least we ain't going no damn. We might should have took to the Hall Raw. I mean, that probably made a majority of the goddamn people in the stands right there.
Yeah, we can use every helping hand, man.
Right,
every helping hand, man. I ain't gonna listen, man. I'm not gonna turn them kids down, man. Come on and hang out, kids. They come down for the game.
I'm just glad that it didn't interfere with that, like an afternoon game or something. We have to change plans in regards to the tickets or let him know I can't grab these tickets no more after he didn't already mailed them all to me and sent them. So just glad it's a 9 o'clock game, we can kind of still stay on schedule. But it's just, I feel like if you make that decision early, we just stick with it. Because after you make that decision, people start making accommodations.
Plans,
right, exactly. Plans are made. Because we had one kid that, we put in a little group chat, like this message if you guys plan, if you want to go to the game so I can know how many tickets I can get or whatever. One kid said, "Nah, coach, we appreciate you, doing this for the kids. We already got plans and whatnot." So I don't even know if that kid is even going to be in town to play in the game on Saturday, for the simple fact that we already put that information in the atmosphere. But it is what it is. Just got to adjust to it. That's all.
Well, real quick, shout out to the homie Reggie B. So in love with the super chat. Reggie B just said, "What's good, y'all boys, man? I'm in a lot better shape than you probably think, Reg. Believe it or not, man. I choose happiness, man. But we got your guy here today, Conor O'Neal. You want to go ahead and bring him on in? See?
Yeah, let's go ahead. Bring one in, Harlan.
We ain't letting you off the hook that easy, Larry, bro.
Oh yeah, we go.
Y'all, hey man, go for what you know, man.
Hey Conor, how you doing?
I'm good, y'all. How are you?
Pretty good, pretty good. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Conor O'Neal with us. He's the athletics and recruiting news writer for Deacon Illustrated. You guys can follow them at Wake Rivals. And this is the Rivals affiliate for Wake Forest, correct?
Yep.
Yes, sir. Conor O'Neal. Hey, Conor, how's it going, man? So let's talk about Wake Forest. You guys are coming off an emotional game against Clemson, the overtime game, to a thriller. I was watching that game. I was hoping you guys kind of pulled it off. And hell, even the week before that, you guys had a thriller against Liberty. So it's been quite the ride for Wake Forest football so far this season.
Yeah, man, it's kind of crazy. Like they really should have beaten Liberty by a lot more. They're kind of feeling down about it, only being a 1-point win. Then you got to experience the feeling down part of a double overtime loss that you can look at any one of 20 to 30 plays and drive yourself crazy with the hypotheticals of if we just did this and we just did that, we win in overtime or we win in regulation. It's a lot. So they got to figure out, they emptied the tank. They got to figure out a way to refill it because this Florida State team, it looks to me like it's not the Florida State of the last few years. I know I saw them early last year and they got things going at the end of the season, and they look like, I don't know if they're back to being national championship contenders, but it looks like they're back to at least having a ceiling with about 8 or 9 wins.
Let them tell it. They back to natties, man.
Hey, that's a Miami fan. He's a little salty,
Oh man, I'm just telling you like it is.
He's lashing out.
Group chat. Hey, Conor, guess what, Conor? Y'all not the Wake Forest of a few last few years past either, man. Come in here and say it with your chest, bro. How much y'all beat about? Let's get right to the meat of it.
You see, he's emotional, man. He's emotional. But nah, Conor, that's a good point though, in regards to FSU. They're not really the same team as of late, but like Larry said, it goes to Wake, and I think that's a credit to Dave Claus, and I think he's probably, in my opinion, maybe the best coach in ACC, just from X and O standpoint, what he's dealt with with the hand he's dealt at Wake Forest, and it's pretty much what he turned that program into. I feel like Dave Claus is an amazing coach. Yeah,
man, it's really been fun to track. I didn't cover Wake at the start of Dave's tenure. I got there in his 4th season. It's not just the X's and O's. It's not just the coaching. Like it's the infrastructure that they've created. Like they built an indoor facility that is as nice as any that I've seen. They've got a state-of-the-art weight room. They've got the coaches' offices. They've got all the bells and whistles. Like they don't have the crazy nap pods. They don't have the slide in the building like Clemson has. They don't have, barbershop stuff. Like there's nothing crazy, but it is good enough facilities, good enough infrastructure to support and kind of pull in. They're never going to be a top 10 or top 15 recruiting class school. That's just not going to be who Wake is. There's always going to be that element of developmental program, but you can raise the kind of how far you can develop them with that kind of infrastructure, with the kind of program support that they've put into place. And that's where that's where you've seen, it took off last year with the 11-win season. They've got, I think it's 6 straight years with a bowl berth, and they'd have to really fall off a cliff to miss a bowl this year. So
yeah, y'all big dog on this game then, man. Larry, you ain't right.
Last I checked, they were 7-point underdogs, though.
Yeah,
people
I like
know that. Conor,
that's that chip. That's the chip we need. That's the chip. Let's go, baby. Big Deeks. Pause.
Whoa, that sounded nuts.
Yeah.
So Conor, speaking of, let's talk about Sam Hartman a little bit. He has that. First of all, let's back up to the preseason. What happened with him during the preseason? I know the news kind of was sudden. A lot of people thought that he was going to be out for the season due to that news, and then lo and behold, I'm not sure what happened, but a miracle in my eyes kind of happened. He's back out there playing and playing some of the best ball of his career. I mean, he's probably one of the best quarterbacks in the ACC. For him to come back from whatever happened is pretty crazy. So let's talk about a little bit what actually happened during the preseason with Sam Hartman.
Yeah, so it was a blood clot that they had to get cleaned up, and it stemmed from an issue that he had in high school. It was the summer before his junior year of high school. He had they discovered a birth defect in his thyroid gland that caused a bacteria buildup, and he had to have I think it was a baseball-sized lump taken out of his left shoulder. And there's this crazy story about, he's sitting in the hospital, and his coach was actually Will Greer's father, Chad Greer.
Woo! Okay.
A little Florida connection for you.
Yeah, big juice.
So, his coach came in and was like, "Hey, Sam, we want you to be well. We want you to be good, but we'll welcome you back in week 8." And Sam's like, "No, I'm playing in week 1. What are you talking about?" And Sam came back in week 1. He had lost a ton of weight. He went out and threw for I'm not going to get the number right, but he threw for like 300 or 400 yards in their season opener. And 3 or 4 weeks before, he was laid up in the hospital after surgery. So anyway, play that forward. And there was the complication with his blood clots in August stemmed from that high school incident. And when Wake announced that he was out indefinitely, there really was an indefinite period of time where they did not know they were going to have him this year. Like it was on the fence. It was on the ropes there. They got really, it's fortunate. The leading expert in the world, or one of them, is the CEO of Wake Forest Baptist Hospital. So she's right down the road. It's the hospital that has a tie-in with the university. So just send Sam down the road. He can get a couple surgeries, and he's back for week 2 against Vanderbilt. Yeah, he did not play very well in the second half against Liberty. Like that, part of the reason that game wound up being close was because he was not on point. He did not have his best game and his best stuff. But man, he was great for 4 quarters against Clemson. He made some throws that
right on.
I was saying in the third quarter, when he gets in a rhythm, it's just let Sam cook time. It's just let him put the ball in his hands, let him make whatever decision he makes, whether it's handoff, pull it and run, or throw. Any decision he makes, any throw he makes is the right decision in that when he's in that rhythm and groove. And yeah, I mean, that's how you wind up with 6 touchdowns against Clemson.
Yeah, correct. And that's what I want to kind of segue to. He had a monster game against Clemson, 20 and 29, over 300 yards, 6 touchdowns. And also receiver Jamal Banks, he had a pretty good game. Now, granted, I think Clemson was down some defensive backs, but you guys pretty much exploited the weakness within that defense and started attacking. That's something that does scare me, is your pass offense. Your rush offense, I'm not really too concerned of. You guys haven't really had a really good rushing attack so far this year, but Sam Hartman seems like that team goes by the team itself pretty much goes by the beat of Sam Hartman as far as how good he's playing, getting the tempo, or not necessarily the tempo, just the rhythm, like you stated. Pretty much the team is predicated on Sam Hartman's production.
Yeah, it's a little bit of an identity crisis for them, because their offense is so much about taking what the defense is giving you. So if your defense lines up in a 5-man or 6-man box, Wake is going to run the ball. They're going to take the ball out of Sam's hands. And I think
Well,
Wake needs
that's what we need to
to
do then.
yeah, Wake needs to figure out. Wake has a decision to make of, are we going to start forcing the ball to be in Sam's hands even when we get looks that we want to run the ball against? I'm just interested in this game. Like, Wake's defense needs to contain Jordan Travis. We can get to that in a minute if you want, but the part of this game that interests me most is what Florida State does defensively, whether they give Wake the one-on-one matchups on the outside, because if that's the case, Wake is going to air the ball out. Hurricane or not, they're going to throw the ball if they get one-on-ones on the perimeter. So
let's go. That's what
if Florida State is dropping both safeties, if they're in cover 2, does Wake try to press the issue in the pass game, or do they just hand the ball off? Like, Wake's running game has sorry about that. That was probably real loud for y'all.
I feel him.
He's a watchdog.
You probably know a hurricane on the way, man.
A real one.
Yeah. Not one that loses to Middle Tennessee State.
Yeah, not one that loses to Middle Tennessee State.
Nah. Tropical storm, man.
Yeah, you don't have to evaluate.
Dog fight with Liberty. I don't have to take this from you. One by one stinking point. Now I was on your side. Let's keep it that way.
But no, how Florida State defends Wake's offense is just, it's going to determine so much about this game to me.
Yeah, I agree, and I feel like Adam Fuller should have that 5-6 man box and kind of dare you guys to run the ball with the 2 safety look, and if you guys can, then we can make adjustments from there. But like you just said, Jordan Travis is playing out of his mind right now, probably the best ball of his career. And speaking of going to your defense, you guys did give up 51 points to Clemson, and Clemson has been pretty much struggling on offense with DJ at quarterback. So how do you think your defense fares against Florida State offense? So I feel like at this time, they're pretty much Jordan Travis has full reins of the offense, command of the offense, knows exactly what Mike Norvell wants, and the play calling is kind of showing that as of now.
All due respect to Jordan Travis, I don't think there are many quarterbacks in the country that can make the throws that DJ was making last weekend. I mean, he's got one where he's fading to his left and he still throws the ball 53 yards in the air. Jump
DJ
ball.
Like
it was
the
either
five
Ngata or
DJ,
Bo Collins. I mean, that DJ that played against Wake is the DJ that everybody thought they were going to see last year. And it was the guy that we saw in that brief glimpse in 2020 when he balled out at Notre Dame in the loss.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Jordan Travis is a different animal, right? Like, he's got the throw. He's not just a running back who can throw. He is a quarterback.
Oh, repeat that again.
I said wide receiver.
Oh, we said receiver. Okay. We're going to revisit those takes pretty soon. Oh, my bad. Go ahead, Conor.
He got to find a new position for Tyler Van Dyke. That's what you got to find a position for.
That's fair. Okay, fine. But I ain't said that this year. You got to let that hurt go, man. I've given Jordan Travis nothing. I even say his name right now, and you just won't let that hurt go, man.
Disrespect, no hurt. Just disrespect. But go ahead, Conor. My apologies.
This is fun. Yeah, I'm loving the three-way rivalry here.
Yeah, that's what we do, man.
But it's just like Wake has to spy Jordan Travis. They've got to play more zone. They were in a lot of man against Clemson. It didn't go well. I mean, Wake was down their best corner, Kalen Carson, and he's going to be a game time decision. Like, he pulled up lame on one of the Liberty touchdown runs with a hammy, and hammies, ankles, anything lower body, it's finicky and it's iffy. And they might work him out and see if he's ready to go. And they're going to travel him down there. But that's a big piece of the puzzle. Like, Wake, there's a theme of the last 4 or 5 years where Wake can only take 1 or 2 secondary injuries, and then they're super thin. They're playing guys that they don't even want to trust to be out there on islands. They want to help with as much help as they can give them. So if Kalen Carson can't play, I mean, that's the part of the game planning around Wake's defense that is going to determine a lot of the game.
How's the team's demeanor right now? Because you do have a tough loss coming off, against a division rival in Clemson in double overtime. How's the team's demeanor? I'm pretty sure Clawson is trying to rally their troops, but just from your from your perspective, how's the team's demeanor right now?
That's one of the things that I think the on the record and off the record responses are completely different. I think that on the record, Wake has always been just like everybody else. That's a 1 week season. They're just trying to go 1-0. They have the 24-hour rule. 24 hours after the game result, you can feel good or feel bad, and then you got to move on.
Sounds good on paper.
Yeah, it all sounds good until you lose a double overtime game, right? Like
for the Middle Tennessee.
Hey, I live by that. Y'all can't bestow misery upon me. Satan, get thee back. Anyways, go ahead, brother. How the team feeling?
Demons. I mean, they wanted that game against Clemson so bad. There's just the tug of Wake won the Atlantic last year without even beating Clemson. Like I think beating Clemson this year would have. Nobody's calling winning the Atlantic a fluke last year for Wake, at least that I know of. They went out and earned it. They won 11 games, but you still didn't. They were the exception to the if you want to be the man, you got to beat the man.
That's crazy.
How the hell we gonna win the Atlantic, man? We in the coast.
I
think you just fall into the Coastal Division, right? Like that.
You should, right? You should. You just roll over. Should. It's being a championship game every year, right? That's why they always every year.
Never mind. I thought you said ACC. You said Atlantic. So
yeah, Atlantic.
I dropped the ball on that one.
You're good. But
but Wake has won the ACC though.
Right, 2006. It was a little different ACC back then.
Yeah, that's another. Not good against that. But go ahead, man.
They wanted that game against Clemson to it would have proved some validation. It would have given some vindication of what they did last year. And you're right there. You're a double overtime game away.
They did it, though. I still think they did it, quite honestly. Just to go toe to toe like that was a great game.
Yeah,
I mean, but you gotta, like it says, losing sucks. Yeah, but you were supposed to lose according to everybody. So yeah, you want to pull away the victory, but going toe to toe with the Giants, it's got to feel some good.
Yeah,
you just can't, like you say, 24-hour rule.
Yeah, I think they're past.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Tennessee conversation we had the Kentucky conversation we had a couple weeks ago. Wake Forest feels like they're pretty much past that. The moral victory stage, so to speak. They want to win now, and they feel like they're good enough to win now. So I think it's kind of like the same conversation we had with Kentucky a couple weeks
ago.
Yeah, and both teams have the quarterbacks that it's not just good enough to win 9 or 10. Like they want Will Levis at Kentucky and Sam at Wake. Like they are ready to win every game.
Sam could pitch it around, man. How you see this working out with you seen Florida State play this year, you seen Sam. How you think this plays out during the game?
It's going to be high scoring. Like I think last year's Florida State game was a 35-14 win for Wake. I think every game since then Wake has played, the winning team has scored more than 37 points. Like Wake is just not involved in those.
God damn, Mackenzie Milton. Mackenzie Milton was bad last year. He was bad.
Stumped. That's all that was.
Nah, Jordan Travis didn't play that game.
And I remember that. I said, well, how y'all figure?
So Wake, that's a lie. Shit, that's a lie. Last year? Oh, we can pull that tape. I probably won confidence, especially if Milton was starting, but that's neither here nor there. Go ahead, Conor.
Wake doesn't play these 24-17 games. Like there are going to be points. There's going to be a lot of possessions. And both teams are going to probably move the ball pretty well. It's going to come down. Every game comes down to turnover margin, other than last week's game when there wasn't one. So I don't think Wake plays another game that's turnover free. Their defense is too predicated on forcing stuff and kind of taking chances to create turnovers. And Sam, for as good as he looked last week, he will put the ball into some dangerous situations sometimes. So it'll come down to turnovers. It'll be high scoring. The one thing, like, is it going to be a sellout? If the weather's good and the Hurricanes kind of missing them, is it going to be a sellout? Because
that's the thing too. That's and not interrupt or anything like that. That was my concern too. Playing this game, I know the weather's going to be fine, but I'm not sure about travel for the fans coming up from the Central Florida, South Florida area, because a lot of our base comes from that area when traveling for the games. So that's going to be a good question in regards to the atmosphere. I feel like if the hurricane wasn't here, it would have been 100% sellout, dope rocking. I'm just not sure how dope will look this weekend based upon, travel for people that's in the Central Florida, South Florida area, things like that due to the hurricane.
So that's the thing that I'd want to keep an eye on.
Like the same piece of shit it's been looking like.
Listen, bro, the hurricane hit Tallahassee tomorrow, Saturday of the game. We won't look like y'all stands. So this is a conversation. You this is two different neighborhoods that we're talking, baby. Two different neighborhoods. We in the gated community. You in the PJs.
I'm
right
emotional.
Now,
I'm going through some things right now. I do apologize.
Oh man.
Well, look, you're still in the coastal, right? Miami didn't get relocated to the.
Man, got a chance.
They got pushed around by Middle Tennessee. So this ain't no fluke.
Connor, I
rewatched the
17
tape myself.
cans of Hope sitting on the shelf that I can't return nowhere. You're not gonna sell me no more, man. I'm out of Hope. I'm fully stocked up. I will not buy no more, man. I am not buying no more Hope, man. I'm not going to. That's why y'all can't.
The
break
number
it.
with the
Can't break
crowd
it, man.
size
It's already
to keep
broken.
in mind is Wake is 3-12 in front of crowds over 45,000 people.
Well, I'm not. It's definitely gonna be over that. You can count on that, Conor. So we can chalk this up as an L.
They have not handled the loud well. Like it's not.
That's a crazy stat. That's a crazy stat. Damn,
it's a lot of games at Clemson. It's a lot of games at FSU.
That's a very good stat. Yeah, I think it'll
Sam
be
Hartman don't care about none of that, man. Give me big Sam Hartman, man. They put a lot of points on Clemson. I think that the points will be replicated. It's just gonna come down to in my opinion, if it's a shootout, better quarterback wins.
I feel like
I don't think need the defense to lead. You got a better quarterback? Okay.
I like Trav, baby. I like Trav. Let's go. I like Trav. This gonna be the game where he shuts everybody up. Look at McCole shaking his head, man. He's hoping and praying it happen. Look at him.
How's your secondary, Conor? They got a big Johnny Wilson at receiver, and like he says, Trav's having a pretty good season. How did your secondary line up versus Florida State?
They're banged up. Kalen Carson's the big one, but they lost their starting nickel to a ACL in the second game, Kobe Davis. They've got a safety, Brendan Harris, who's a Vanderbilt transfer, who may or may not play. He's got a thumb injury. I mean, look, DJU made some plays, but he made some plays in part because Wake's secondary is not that good, or they're not as good as they were in the first game or two. They're not that healthy.
Yeah, thank you, Conor. I needed that. Give me a score prediction.
Oh man. I'll take Florida State 42-38.
I like it. Shootout. All right, fellas, what you guys got?
Oh man.
I got Wake Forest. Give me Wake Forest 48, Florida State 13.
I like it.
That's so disrespectful. Man just said they whole secondaries out. You just gave Florida State 13 points.
Oh man.
I gave them 13.
You might not be trolling. They thought I was trolling last week with my score with Miami.
Right? Yeah, that's why I'm doing it.
Give me 44-41 Wake Forest.
All right, I'm gonna go 38-28 FSU. I feel like they're going to try to dare Sam Hartman to throw it through the air and hope they run the ball. So hopefully we can rail for the challenge in regards to stopping the run. I do think Hartman is going to make his plays. He's that type of guy, but I don't think it'll be enough. I go 38-28 FSU. Hopefully it's a pretty good turnout.
Y'all call Hartman the best quarterback in the ACC, and then y'all call Clawson the best coach.
No, I call Trav the best quarterback. I think Clawson very well is probably the best coach in the ACC, especially the hand he's dealt that Wake. Wake is no disrespect to Wake. Yeah, he's a very good schemer. And also, I want to talk about real quick before we get you out, man. I love that slow mesh RPO patient. It's tough to play against that. You got to be real disciplined on defense, not in regards to stopping that. That's something
y'all discipline.
I don't know. We got to find out. We definitely about to find out. No, seriously, Wake Forest test your discipline when you're playing them. When you're playing them defensively.
Yeah, it just freezes the linebackers and safeties. It's fun to watch when you watch it every week.
It is.
Randy,
it puts them in a blender.
I agree.
Got to play a winner this week, baby.
Yeah, we're gonna see how it turns out. Appreciate you joining us, Conor. Let the people know where they can follow you at.
Yeah, it's so the Wake Rivals account is where I've got a lot of stuff. I've got a personal account, Conor O'Neill _DI. I also cover Duke, and that one is at Duke Rivals. Duke.rivals.com, wakeforest.rivals.com. It's a busy time of year, boys.
We're gonna bring you back later in the season, man. It's gonna be
I gotta play. Yeah, I gotta play Duke.
Y'all about to run down on them people, Conor.
Yeah, y'all don't they go whoop y'all.
Y'all this and y'all that. yes. Ride the way.
Yeah, so we definitely gonna bring you on, Conor, to talk about that win for the Duke Blue Devils later in the season.
I appreciate it. I'll come back anytime.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate you, man. I hope you enjoyed yourself, man.
Thanks, boys.
Oh man. Back to what we was talking about. We ain't letting you off the hook, fam. You think you just getting off
I'm
the
not
hook?
on no hook, boy.
Game recap for last week. I know we didn't got Wake out the. I know fans were kind of out of order due to Conor had to be on at 5 o'clock.
Right.
Run it back a little bit. Can talk about the games from last week.
Oh. Yeah, let's do that, man. Big Three Talk is brought to you by the great folks at Allen Horn Insurance, State Farm. They cover everything: home, auto, life insurance in the states of Tennessee, Florida, Alabama, and Georgia. If you need any insurance, man, be sure to give Alan a call for a free quote. I do not have that number handy. Give me 1 second. That number is 706-692-2888. Again, Allen Horn Insurance. And I mean, if you ain't got insurance right now, you probably fucked. You know, the storm is on the way.
Quite frankly,
you probably fucked, man.
Don't call Allen now.
We've been telling y'all for weeks to call Allen.
Yeah, you calling right now. The office is closed, I'm sure. You probably got to just pray to get through this storm. The only insurance you got right now is the Lord.
Right, that Bible. That's in your desk.
That's it.
You gotta find it though.
You gotta find it.
On the dashboard.
Know where that Bible at, man.
Shout out to Gunplay.
Bible on the back, Bible on the dash. That's a joint right there.
It's classic, man.
Shout out
again. 706-692-2888. Just give Alan a call for a free quote on anything you may need insurance wise, man. Let's go, man. Recap. What you got? You want to recap, CJ? Since we already started Florida State talk?
Yeah, recap, man.
We got a super chat real quick. Hold on before you get into that. The homie Tia is here. She says,
gotta read that?
Yes. Damn right we do. For the love is Bama B. I'm about to come on y'all side, Tia. I'm up out of here. Relocate.
Hey, man, shout out to Tia, man.
Team every year, man. Now you on Bama. You Bama, Georgia, and Miami, dog. You might as well.
Hey, man. Hedge your bets. You want to keep being miserable?
For being our top donor, too, man.
Already, man.
Tia says she got money,
another
man.
one.
She's showing it. Yeah, you got it.
We got another one from Hunt, man. He says, we're about to wake up and down the field.
Damn right.
Well, I mean,
safe in the dog walkway, huh?
Damn right. Stepping all over that shit.
Confident, huh?
Another one.
My boy Ant, what's good, bro?
Will FSU have more wins than UF, UM combined?
I like it.
Hell no.
Big rocks.
Combine them shits. I like it, man.
Big rocks.
Combine that shit.
You know y'all ain't got but 8 games left, right? Y'all
right now. Each of y'all got 4. It's 4 wins to 4 right now. We tied, so I like
it. Let's see.
I already know we operate.
One more
with,
for
man.
Hunt, man.
Sit tight.
He says, these rival
Hey, man,
fans.
let me read my shit, dog. These my people, man. Hey, these rival fans funny. We up, baby. We gonna continue to be the best. We gonna continue. We got the best head coach in the state and quarterback. Stop fucking playing with our name, baby.
Your head coach lost to Gregory.
That's why you can't read because you adding shit.
I'm adding shit. I'm adding.
Your coach lost to Greg Knox, fam.
Get the hell out of here.
What my dog Slim Charles said. The thing about the old days, the old days. That's right.
Okay, any day you lose to Greg Knox is a terrible day.
The change gonna come.
Longest 13 the quarterback. Yeah. So speaking about, we're going back to Wake Forest. My bad. We gonna talk a little bit. Well, let's back up a little bit to recruiting. We had a pretty big week last week. We got a commitment of Hakeem Williams. Of course, they already talk about it on No Cap because it was a pretty eventful No Cap, as you guys know.
Yes.
Based off Saturday's events. But yeah, so we got the commitment of Hakeem Williams. That's pretty much been the fold since July. I think once he took that late visit, that last visit in July, prior to August, and he got to see practice and see how those guys really work. Those 4 days he spent in Tallahassee, I pretty much think that pushed us over the edge in regards to the driver's seat. Now, that put us over the edge, but I think the New Orleans victory, him being in New Orleans and being in the Superdome for that game, pretty much sealed the deal for his commitment. So shout out to Hakeem Williams, and also, man, the way he committed, I think it was really dope to have two FSU legends, the GOAT, as we all know, Peter Ward, and a friend of the show, Snoop Menace, Hall of Famer at FSU, man, to have both of those guys on, legendary receivers at FSU, bringing out the FSU jersey to him and sharing that moment with him on stage was real dope, man. So shout out to Pete and Snoop and Hakeem for putting that all together. Coming down to South Florida and enjoying that moment with Hakeem Williams. I thought that was really dope.
Yeah, that's dope shit, man.
All right, so we got Hakeem. Let's go ahead and fast forward to the Boston College game. Now go ahead,
quick though, man. Middle Tennessee State coach has been on just a whole media tour with this shit.
Oh
man.
yeah, oh yeah.
That boy been everywhere talking about giving it up for y'all. He said y'all average 1.4 like a play, and
1.6. Y'all gave up 1.5, man.
Yeah, we gave them 1.5 and we averaged 1.6 on the ground. That's
shout out to my coach, man. He's a no. And also, we have another fact for the day, man. You guys know that Middle Tennessee State. He got pressure for the Hurricanes, man.
Don't talk that shit in my face. I ain't them.
And we got some history that was made too, man. Middle Tennessee State has played a plethora of ranked teams. A lot of ranked teams, but they never became victorious. Yet last Saturday was their first win against a ranked opponent, University of Miami. So that goes to show you what I've been saying for the past 3 weeks on the show. The rankings was bullshit. The motherfuckers should never been ranked in the first damn place. But nonetheless,
you got ranked just because somebody got to get ranked.
Nah, y'all got ranked because somebody get ranked during the preseason. The game's been played now. The game's been played and people see that bullshit.
Yeah, they going to keep getting played. Man, talk about your game, man. I ain't asked y'all no updates about no Middle Tennessee State athletic director, coach.
Man, shout out to the Blue Raiders. And shout out to the Nose, man. He enjoyed whooping y'all ass, man. He said he hasn't done that in over about 40 years since he played for 5 and 80.
I think if y'all if Miami knew he was Florida State alum, they would prepare a little better.
Yeah, they'll have played the war chant during practice, right? They'll play the war chant during practice. All right, bro. Yeah, back to Boston College, man. So we did what we were supposed to do. We handled business. Opening kickoff return, took it to the house. Something that hasn't been done. I forgot the stat. It's been a long time, man. So shout out to those boys. They was prepared. They said they wanted to dominate a bad Boston College team. That's pretty much what they did. They dominated a bad Boston College team. Did pretty much what they wanted to offensively, defensively. Jordan Travis played like 2.5 quarters, had over 300 yards passing. Just did what they wanted to. But Trey Benson, I want to point him out, man. He had like over 170 yards from scrimmage, rushing, and the kick return including 3 touchdowns. Just a guy that I say preseason, I like his potential a lot. Huge back that runs pretty hard, doesn't really go down for the first carrier. And Mike said, and it kind of blew me, like stride for stride is probably one of the fastest guys on the team. And for him to be that big and running that fast was pretty interesting. So I think Trey will be a big key in our running back stable with Trayshawn Ward and Lawrence toward Philly moving forward. So shout out to those guys. That's pretty much all I got from Boston College. We beat their ass. I do want to point this out, though. We spoke about the recruiting proud list in regards to Dugans. He's done a really good job on the trail. Shout out to his receivers, though, for producing on the field, man. Those guys are really making plays left and right. It's crazy because every game we played so far, we had a new receiver one. So against Duquesne, Keytron Partier, he was our leading receiver with 84 yards. Against LSU, it was Pokey Wilson. He had 102 yards and 2 touchdowns. Of course, Louisville was Johnny Wilson's coming out party. He had 149 yards. And Darion Williamson, he had 90 yards. So it's crazy we've had a different receiver lead the team in receiving yards. So shout out to Douglas, man. His receivers are producing this year, like a complete 180 from last year. And he's recruited, man. So the fire, he's been doing his job. I can't complain at all.
Transfer. Oh no, just Johnny a transfer, right?
Yeah, just Johnny transfer.
They gave him that 1-year contract, man. Put it, give him that hot seat real quick.
Fire on his ass.
But literally though, it was needed though because I mean last year receivers were to be quite honest, they were terrible. They was god awful last year. Did they bring in a receiver commit? Lost the receiver commit we had from Dillard to Louisville and stuff like that. So we didn't bring in the receiver, but he did do work in the portal, and they've been doing their thing on the field. But as far as just the high school ranks, the receiver recruiting has been terrible to that point, and also just the production last year from the receivers was just terrible. So shout out to Dugan. He's getting the best out of his guys. Everybody's producing, and he's recruiting like he's supposed to recruit on the trail. But that's all I got from the Boston College game. Those guys dominate how they're supposed to. The main thing is, health-wise going forward, because we're still banged up at some key positions.
Now that they got Hakeem, where did that leave you guys at wide receiver room? Because Tyler Williams also committed to Georgia. What y'all board looking like, Larry?
That's crazy because that kid was going to commit to Miami. He was going to commit to Miami.
They had him come to the Middle Tennessee State game, gave him a whole section like, "Hey man, bring your whole
he was already
spread your arms out, all that."
Yeah, we got a whole side of the stadium for you, fam.
Just for you and your 5 people.
As simple as this. He was gonna go somewhere where he could be needed, and all we had to do is win that dumbass game, and he would have came on through. But he's like, well, look, I'm needed in Georgia too, and they win it, so I'll just go over there.
It's an easy assignment right there.
Yeah,
hey, I ain't mad at boy. I mean, dude, hey, I'd have done the same thing, bro. I'd say, hey, coach, I love you. I'd have gave coach a big hug, but it ain't gonna happen, my man. I'm about to get the hell up out of here. You know what I mean? Sorry. This just ain't it, my boy.
You think he's saying happy birthday to Mario?
No, that was that. Damn, that was
that. That man got his ass kicked on his birthday, man.
Yeah, I've been. No, I ain't never got my ass kicked on my birthday.
Nah, bro.
I hope not.
Tupac got shot on my birthday. That was a
but
good
nothing
point.
happened to you on your birthday.
That hurt a lot, man. That was Tupac, boy. What you talking about?
Okay, my bad.
I grew up on Pac. That was different. You got another super chat. You want to read it since it's from no.
All right, let's go, man. My dog Huntsman again, man. Shout out to donation $10. Said the podcast is great, fellas. But damn, these rival fans funny, especially Larry on crying emoji, laughing emoji. Can't stand them damn Canes. Larry on a good sport though, because if it was me, I wouldn't even show up.
Yeah, man, it would have been hard for me to show up after losing the Middle Tennessee State, bro. I was so nervous at the USF. I'm like, bro, I don't know how I'm coming here and lie, bro. Middle Tennessee State. Oh
see, the
my
key
God,
is,
bro.
The key is I have no lies for you. That's the key. I'm not about it. Whenever it's my turn, brother, I ain't got no lies,
man.
I ain't even got nothing written down this week.
And then when y'all need to stop, that's the demoralizing part. When y'all need to stop, to get the ball back and things like that. They kept getting first down after first down. Like coaches just doing some shit, man. That shit was crazy.
Let's talk a little ball real quick on some real shit. Both of them quarterbacks is guessing, bro. Like y'all gotta I was concerned. Jay Garcia and Van Dyke. Both of your quarterbacks, they guessing out there, bro. I don't think they understand pressures, defenses, and a lot of shit. Just rewatching a lot of that shit. I don't think they understand what the fuck going on. And I had the same concern coming in with Billy, like I said, with his quarterback development. I want to see how he develops AR because he don't have a quarterback tree. So you're watching, you don't have who's your quarterback guy on campus? We're in the same boat with that type of shit. You feel me? And right now, watching how they see the field and how in between plays, check downs, all that shit, man, them boys are drowning, man. They look confused as fuck.
Couldn't agree more. I just, it's a word I spoke on before and I'll continue to use. It's just a total lack of synergy. Gaddis don't get them, they don't get Gaddis. And that's just got to change. And then it's already a weird enough dynamic. Huh?
And that falls on the coach. But even though I think the relationship is still fresh as far as because they're going to have spring and camp. But as a coach, I say this all the time, man. You got to you're only as good as your players. You got to adjust to your players in regards to what they do best and stuff like that. So if you're trying to drill, this is my way, are you really a good coach? So that's my only thing to that. You got to adjust to the players in regards to that. I'm not saying that's y'all's situation, but just going off what you just said in regards to.
But I think that is our situation.
Okay.
I think that is our situation, and that's why I believe I spoke on it on No Cap. I feels like Dan Enos all over to me, all over again. Dan Enos came in. He said that he adjusted the players, and I remember the first game we played against Florida. We saw all this motion stuff, bro. We never saw it again after that. It feels like a repeat of the same thing. It feels like Gaddis talked that talk, but it looks like he's just trying to run Michigan offense, and it just ain't working. It's the translation isn't there. And to add to that, we have usually your OC will be your QB coach. Well, our OC is the wide receivers coach, and they stink as a group by and large. And then you have a QB coach. So we got to get all these people on the same page, and
Gus
it's just not there right now.
Who's your QB coach?
Frank Ponce.
Frank Ponce.
He was the OC for Appalachian State. The previous year to that, and I was on record as saying I didn't even have a problem with Frank Ponce being the OC, but a lot of people, they want the sexier name, right? So that's what we got. We got.
You got to watch his development right now. I mean, we're talking about a guy with Van Dyke, where everybody was giving like first round talk to, completely looking just like not the same guy at all.
Not the guy.
Like, who's developing him is going to be a thing. You know what I'm saying? Like that, we all got to watch. I don't think right now that Gaddis is the only one on the hook. If he's the play caller. And if the QB coach and the play caller are two separate guys, man, that may be turning to some shit, man. Because somebody got to take the blame on the development,
right? So that's what I'm saying. This is you won't normally see that. So that's reiterate my point. It's a strange relationship, and these guys haven't had a ton of time to get to know each other. You've spoken on this several times before, about just having that trust and that just congealing together, right? When we talk coaching staffs, guys that they trust, they understand each other, they know how each one is thinking, right? Like if you ever just play pickup basketball, you go out there with your five, you may not be better than that other team, but you know what your other guys are going to do. I don't know if these guys understand what the other guys wanting to do and going to do in each situation. And that comes, like I said, back to your point, sexy staff, a lot of talented guys. I don't think these guys are not good at coaching. I just think they don't necessarily have just the cohesion to get the best out of these players at this point. So that's going to be the challenge. Thank God they got a bye week to try to come up with some more things, to try to figure some more things out. But that's the challenge.
Did you rewatch the game?
No,
you went to sleep.
I did not. No. I'm gonna tell you why. I went to work today and I was gonna watch it at work, but my signal was out all day. Like Verizon was bugging, I think, because they're putting up the 5G towers. I only had a chance to watch the condensed version of the game. But trust me, I listened to plenty of pods. I got a lot of insight on what actually happened. Normally I would have just actually rewatched it at work, but my Verizon tower was down like all day long. I'm not answering that, Harlan. So therein lies a challenge with this bye week, where they can try to figure some things out. Y'all want me to kind of rehash the actual game?
No, I mean, I got a little questions here. I got a little questions here on a few thoughts. So like on the start of the game, you get in a hole off of and go down 10-0 pretty much off of Van Dyke. 2 mistakes, like turnovers back to back. One of them was just a great play by the defense to back the ball, deflect the ball, intercept, and run it in for 6. But one, when the route was jumped, was just a horrendous. He had his mind made up before the play was even snapped. But you're down 10-0. What the hell, as a fan, do you think right then? You probably think, okay, we're just gonna bounce back from this, win real quick, gather ourselves. We don't need to change our quarterback. Like, what's your thoughts right then?
Personally, because I did watch the entire first quarter live when it was going on. Personally, right. I was worried right out the gate. I did not feel confident at all. I didn't say, "Oh, we're just gonna come back." I was like, "Bro, what is this? This just is ugly football." And don't forget, we had a fumble also in the first quarter, shortly thereafter. So it's like we turned the ball over 3 times in the first quarter. Like, this is not. I'm like, bro, this is not going to win you a game. I don't give a shit who we are on the side of the helmet and with the number next to our name. This is bad football. This is poor football. This is poor execution. This just
That's why I think
that's why I cashed in.
it's way deeper than. That's why I say it look like some willy shit. And we know, like, when you start seeing that type of shit spell out on the field, like the running into each other, you know,
that was crazy.
That was nuts. And just getting gassed the way you're getting gassed for 98 yards, 70 yards for like big games, and them guys looking like better athletes. It was embarrassing.
Yeah.
So like the entire time, just like, bro, this is way deeper than just his play calling, you know, or the quarterback development. This is just like basic fundamental football. These guys are just throwing a fade route down the sideline and just outrunning you.
Letting it fly. Yeah.
I'm watching Scaife get pushed around, bro, as a 6-year senior. I'm just like, bro, this is a grown man. And you guys were high on that offensive line.
No, less than 2 yards a carry is crazy.
You should be able to just push a team like that around, man.
That's insane.
And that's my thing. I think that's what they thought. And that's just a terrible, cancerous attitude. You should, but it's still got to be done through. You got to come mentally prepared and then physically deliver. You can't. Fans supposed to think like that. Players can't think like that. And I think that is a stink that's still in that locker room. We supposed to say that. I'm a fan. It's Middle Tennessee State. Hell yeah. But as a player, you got to come every week prepared to bust whoever you got in the mouth.
But you can have that same attitude, but understand, like, that's the assignment, though. Like, if we fall short, I'm gonna be pissed off if we fall short of that. As far as
and I don't know who's pissed off, right? Yeah. That's another good point. I don't know who's pissed off. Van Dyke got pissed off when he got pulled. He was hurt. But
how you feel about him? Like, no, how you feel about him? I think, like, as a leader, you need to still be on the sidelines and there for your guys, man. He kind of went and sat and pouted by himself a little bit. What was your thoughts on that?
Didn't like it. I thought that was poor leadership, especially for a guy who's been praised for his leadership by example. But look, as a leader, you still got to say, yeah, I ain't getting it done. You know what I mean? Something's off for me today. My rhythm's off. I still got to be a positive force on the sidelines and still keep this team engaged and encouraged and just say, hey, I'll come back better next time. It's not just saying just a moment.
You gotta know you're gonna get another shot. So you still want these guys to play for you. You still want to be involved.
You have it.
I just thought it was just like a poor look on his behalf, man, to go sit down and pout like that a little bit.
Yeah, because he's gonna start against UNC. I can go ahead and answer that question now. He will start.
I think he should. I rewatched the game. I think he should.
I would too. Absolutely. Yeah. He should. No, I mean, it'd be dumb to start Garcia. However,
I don't think Garcia looked that great either. That's what I'm saying. Like,
I didn't think he looked great either. No, but everybody's like, well, this ain't working, so let's maybe try this. I think that's a fair evaluation.
Another part of development, I think the average fan don't realize, is letting the guy struggle through like his issues and shit. Like, we had fans like asking for AR to be benched, and he come back and do a 500-yard performance. A part of development also is like, even with pitching, you gotta let guys throw through a slump, and like even with batting, like that's a part of development as well. So I didn't see a reason for them to just go back to or not go back to TBD. After seeing Garcia come in, I didn't see a big enough difference or anything. You know, if anything, I thought Garcia was putting the team at risk just as much.
Yeah, and I mean, and you have to consider Garcia had the advantage of being Garcia had the advantage of being a gunslinger, right? Like, what's gonna be the worst thing, right? Like, he's already coming in down and out, so he gets to have the mentality of, I can sling it around a little bit because we trying to come back. So he gets to play a little more a little more loose and a little more careless as far as his particular role at that time in the game.
Playing with house money at that point.
Yeah. Like, what do I lose? So I didn't think he looks particularly fantastic. His numbers aren't off the charts or anything like that. They weren't horrendous, but they definitely didn't make me go, okay, yeah, let's go to Jake at this point. If Jake brings us back and we win, I might be on that boat. I might say, maybe we got to switch. But we didn't win.
Now.
We still lost.
It's your shit. If you bring us back, then it's your shit. You feel me?
Right. Yeah. I know the guys play for you, with you, and we've got something going. So absolutely, but that ain't what happened. So, again, I think it's got to be everybody's got to come together and get this thing back on track more. All right, I will answer it this time. Let's see. Kush House Podcast, aka Trey, asked where you think Rashada will end up after he run off with Ruiz's money. He'll end up at the University of Miami. I don't think this class is flipping. I think the class will hold pretty strong, to be honest with you. So we'll see.
I seen that part of. I seen that on the wire too. That shit.
Yeah, you'll see that.
Trey, what's his name? No, not Trey.
Fuck, what's
Damn, what's the senator name? I'm dropping the name.
Yeah, Senator. Fuck.
Yeah, I can't remember. Anyways, but
Clay, was it Clay?
No, I am confident in that. I'll be honest with you. I'm not concerned. I'm not concerned right now.
So
I think they still got the right to do.
What's your win? Does your win projection change anything like that? Because that could be.
I want a full check-in. Hold on, real quick. That's a real shit, right? What's your whole shit right now? What's your whole feel on Mario? You've seen his hires. You've seen the game. You seen the game, the real game strategy, the coaching. You seen the whole shit a little bit here. What you check in right now with? What's your approval rating for Mario?
Today, after that last game, be honest with you, I got to give him a C-.
He's sleeping at the wheel like Joe, man.
I think what's that?
He's sleeping at the wheel like Joe, man. He's telling me down in Miami, man.
Uncle old man. Let me Uncle old man. Yeah, I'll give him a C-. I think, and this is something to consider. Every one of Mario's hires were not just like sexy names that he didn't have relationships with. Some of them may have been a bit of a time apart. So maybe he should have considered that a little bit more in some of those hires. But he did have relationships with these guys. Steele isn't off the hook either for that game, as far as I'm concerned. I thought.
Oh my God. I think Warren's my bad for no. I think Warren Sapp had tweeted they had like 45 plays for 49 points or 49 points. How many points they scored? What was the score? Final score?
45.
45. Yeah, he was like they ran 49 plays and scored 45 points. That's crazy.
My boy came down today and got a quick little burger, man.
That's crazy.
Easy work.
Hey, they put it to him. I think there was one thing I definitely saw a lot of in the secondary, especially, was a ton of miscommunication. I thought the D-line played well in general. Didn't really have any issues with them. There was some flashes there.
How about when bad communication? Them boys are running about a lot of that shit, man.
Well, yeah, and part of it was because they didn't know. Like, there'll be somebody communicating, hey, like, you got to get passed off here.
Hey, he faster than you. Or you just say, hey, he fast as fuck, bro.
Right, yeah. Like,
I mean, hey, I'm going to give him that now. I'm going to give him that. And if I'm anybody, I'm going to
I think it's a combination of both, which is damn bad. If you're getting beat off the line like the Ivy play, you just got flat out beat. It was another
flat out beat. And that's what I would do.
Yeah.
I definitely take that shot on Ivy.
No, you got in that moment. I'm be honest with you,
it's a combination of just bad play and lack of communication as far as the scheme as well. Like, it was a combination of both.
I'm be honest.
Tackling that game as well.
I'm gonna fake a hamstring injury right there, CJ.
Oh yeah, you got to. You got to.
That's a good
I can't go out like that. I can't go out like that, man.
Grab it and lay down.
Yeah, I gotta grab that bitch.
Lay down. Sit out about 3 series too. Like, nah, it's not right. It ain't good.
Yeah.
And the rest of your team said that bitch hamstring ain't hurt.
Yeah.
It's debatable.
His pride hurt.
In the moment, right? We can at least argue it in the moment. Yeah, I didn't think Steele made the proper adjustments. I thought he did, and it's funny to me because I thought he did an excellent job at A&M with making early adjustments. And in this game, I felt like he got super stubborn and made no adjustments.
That Jumbo shit, man. I'm telling you that. I think that A&M. That A&M game wasn't the measuring stick. I think y'all really let them boys off the hook because Jimbo, that shit.
That's a terrible team.
No,
man.
he did, but I will say that I saw adjustments that help make that game more attainable. This game is just like he kept saying, "Nah, we just gonna man up, bro. Quit manning up. You're getting burnt. Like you getting scorched." And I just didn't understand at what point were you going to make a decision that was going to help you win the game. It just felt like some of that old man stubbornness. That's what we gonna do. Well, them boys still fast.
That shit a little washed, bro. That shit a little washed, man.
Flying.
Like, I don't know what the fuck y'all got going on offense.
Big game, James. Terrible game, James. A lot of bad tackling, man. A lot of missed tackles. Cam Kitchens, another guy that I think is one of our best players. Didn't play as great as he should. Did not play the type of game that he should have played. That's another thing I took away from this game is they better figure out who needs to play too.
A C is good for a guy. What could you hang your hat on right now? You giving him a C right now. What could you hang your hat on right now with Mario? Because I don't have some struggling times with the 4-8 season, but we had
what can I hang my hat on? I give you my positive. Special teams.
No, they had a good kick return. Seriously, though, yeah.
Hey man, you asked me. Okay.
I didn't mean to laugh, man. Go ahead.
Man. I don't want to do
my
the show.
bad, bro.
It's hard enough show to do as it is, man. Special teams.
My bad, fam.
No, I mean honestly, I only had special teams as a positive for me, and I brought that up to you guys before. Keyshawn Smith's been a great kick returner for us. He took one to the house this game. Bashard Smith had another excellent return. And I'll be honest with you, as a Canes fan, that was something we used to hang our hat on. And it has not been anything close to that in forever. That's the only positive I took away from this game. That was it.
How was the kick returns against Texas A&M, though? How was you guys' kick returning against Texas A&M?
I think they did pretty well there, too. I have to kind of go back and look at it.
I wish my team never.
Obviously, it's a better team. They're going to have better special team players.
All we do is fuck up kick returns.
Point blank, period. We've had just nothing, no matter who we play, be it a Southern Miss or a middle school Tennessee. It was just absolutely nothing was being generated from the kick return game at all. So I'm positive about that. I'm gonna give them all the credit for that. Every other aspect of that game was absolute trash. Down to the O-line just playing inconsistent. I think we need to get Zion back out there more consistently. I think it's time for Will Mallory to move to the side. It's been enough of the Will Mallory show. Not saying he should surrender all his snaps, but Elijah Arroyo is the better tight end. You ain't going to the NFL, bro, and if you are, it's going to be as an undrafted free agent. Pardon me, we got to move on to what's going to help this team win.
Y'all need him though, because that's two of y'all best weapons. I think y'all need him at this point. I tried to tell you earlier in the year, you can't those guys can't be your main weapons at tight ends. It's too easy to scheme on tight ends.
I think Arroyo can still be a great weapon. I think Mallory just ain't, and it's just time to. Why you think
he's starting over Arroyo in your mind?
Same thing as like I mentioned before, same thing that you see with Ivy. They fool every coaching staff. These guys are practice warriors. God. These guys. Remember, Josh Gaddis said if we had he said this is I'm not direct quote, but
I knew some guys like that though, man, that go crazy in practice, get in the game and don't do shit.
He said if we had 85 Will Mallorys, this team would be like undefeated. That was something of that nature is what he said, right? Like, so Will does this to everybody. Every coach thinks this is the guy. And then we watched the game. I think Will got targeted. Well, let me see. I had the numbers up. Let's see. Will was targeted a total of 9 times. He caught 4 for 50. But he hasn't caught a contested catch this year at all. Anytime you contest him, and he ain't coming out the rock. He can't be that guy if you can't come down with a contested football. It's just the truth of the matter. I'm not saying Will.
He got one popped out towards the end zone in this game.
Yeah, that shit was almost
right. Exactly.
Right.
Will I'm not saying Will needs to not play. I'm saying these snaps need to get a lot closer to 50-50 or a slight lean to Elijah at 60-40 or something of that. Some numbers closer to that. Corey Flagg, let's go ahead and get him out of the way, man. Sure, he had a great game last week, against A&M and that, antiquated offense. Let's get him out of the way, man. Can't tackle. He's too flat-footed. Doesn't explode like he needs to, and just see ball, get ball. Let's get him out of the way. Let's go ahead. If we're going to lose, let's get Wesley Bassett in there. Let's get these young guys in there. It can't be worse.
How you feel about the transfers that came in, man? A lot of that on the defensive line ain't getting off either. How you feel about those guys?
I don't have a problem with D-line. It may not be like lining up the sacks, but I knew we wouldn't do that against the air raid offense. I didn't think we get a ton of sacks. I think I honestly like Six is playing really well. He's doing what you want him to do. He's occupying double teams.
Yeah, I wish
and allowing for some more freedom. Agude would probably be the bigger disappointment. Him and Harvey, but Harvey's another guy that's been hanging around a little bit. I mean, hey, let's get Najee some more snaps. You've been around here forever, bro. If you ain't getting these sacks, you're not bringing these guys down. And Najee did have one in the game, if I'm not mistaken. We just got to start looking at, kind of like what you said last week.
How about Oakley defense end? How is he looking?
What's that name? Sorry.
The Oakley defensive end. I forgot his name. Sorry.
Oh, Chance Williams.
Yeah, Chance Williams. Right. How's he looking?
Nah, not it. I think, and this was kind of something that was said even before he came here, and I think it can be true. Chance is probably really more of a true 3-4 outside linebacker than he is like a hand in the ground 4-3 DN. I don't think he's in the best system for him, to be honest with you.
Tweener.
I don't think he's necessarily not a great. I think he's a great athlete, but I think he would probably be better served in a different system. That's my quick evaluation of that guy. Not saying he's bad. He's not bad. What the hell? Oh,
we got Mario at, man. We got Mario at now, win total wise.
Me?
Yeah, we got him at for the season. What you got you guys at now?
What did I have it at earlier? I had 9-3. I'm gonna drop to 8-4. I'm gonna still keep some optimism. There's some games left to be played. I'm still not conceding to Florida State, so that's 3 wins.
Okay.
I'm not gonna do it. See,
you ain't got to, bro. I respect. I didn't do it.
I'm not gonna do it until I see 4.
I see you guys. A part of
4 points in there.
Part of choosing happiness is like, setting yourself up, your expectations and shit up, right? Good.
I could change.
You know what I'm saying?
Next week. Watch this. Watch what happens after we play the next game.
Realistically,
I'll drop it again if I need to.
You think you get 8 wins, like on real, or like what's your? I mean, you just lost a Middle Tennessee State.
The talent is there, bro.
But it's not. I don't think it is.
Still soft. It's enough for what we gotta play.
Them guys look more athletic than y'all. It ain't like them guys look more athletic than y'all, bro. Like y'all look slow. Y'all didn't look slow.
I'm not saying they're championship caliber, but it's still no excuse. Let me explain this about me.
So this some losses I see for y'all. I see Clemson.
I ain't asked you this, but go ahead.
I see FSU. I see Clemson. I see FSU. Possibly UNC. I see Pitt. That's 4 to the 2 already. Like so
yeah, but Pitt not like that.
Nah, I get it. They decent.
UNC don't play no defense, and that's the game we get to come in after the bye.
They don't play defense. That's another thing I want to say. They don't play defense, but y'all can't score points.
I feel you.
Georgia struggled against Kent State. I mean, it's that game. Them teams ain't quite what they used to be. I'm still making 0 excuses, and that's what I was about to say. Let me be 1,000% clear. No excuse for that loss.
That shit looks soft though. That's different. That shit looks soft, man.
Well,
I think those could be losses, but we'll see how it play out.
Watch the climb. Some other goofy ass cliche.
Yeah. That's what Mario need now. He can use a cliche right now.
We need a cliche. We ain't got one. You right?
You gotta figure
that chain.
Watch the
throw. Yeah, call the boy Willie. Willie, what you got, man? Give me something.
Go come out. You say War Daddy. You say War Daddy's in this press conference. You know you already talked to Willie.
Willie gonna say, hey, trust me. Just tell him We've got
You have a plan.
Got a plan.
We've got a plan. Huh? But yeah, I guess I pretty much end up surmising most of that. Gotta get it right, man. They got a week off to get it right. They got a shitty UNC team that plays zero defense, so it's an opportunity to snap the streak and right the ship. Let's see what you got. Let's see what you got. That's it, period. I ain't got no excuses for that bullshit. That shit was soft, weak, ugly, piss poor. And it's a culture problem. Gotta continue to weed that culture out. I think we got too many guys that think of you on the side of your helmet makes you a superhero because they watch 30 for 30s. That shit don't work like that.
I've seen that before.
I mean, they got told all summer that, and they were saying it too, like, right?
Mm-hmm. They give them a 13 next to their name.
Don't just get these.
Yeah, we
don't
the
get
best.
these thoughts themselves, man.
That's
There's a lot of hype.
Like, I didn't understand that. Like it's ain't too much shit changed, like personnel wise. Like, and you guys lost a lot on certain fronts. So I was like, that was my whole take this whole summer. Like, I don't see the receivers being too good. That type of deal.
Mm-hmm.
It was just.
But Tyler was supposed to be good, right? And
he was. Yeah, that makes it even worse.
Terrible. So that was a big reason we were ranked that high. And I expected him to play a hell of a lot better too. It just ain't panned out. And that's what I'm saying. I don't think Tyler's trash all of a sudden. I think they just ain't getting it. They're just not figuring out who.
It's coaching, man.
What they want to be, right? They got to figure it out.
Coaching. You can just see it. Like, I don't think Lashley was the greatest quarterback coach or whatever, but I mean, he got through to him. He dumbed things down. He was playing more than thinking. Like right now, bro, that kid between plays, he looks frustrated and just befuddled. And,
right.
And that look is like a lot what I seen with Felipe Franks. That's why I was like, bro, he's drowning right now. He's trying to stay afloat, but he's drowning right now mentally. Whatever they teaching him.
Yeah, exactly. So no excuse.
I don't think he sticks, man. I think he's out of there too. I think you got a new OC, new quarterback.
Hopefully, it's because he goes crazy for these last 8 games.
Oh, that ain't gonna happen.
Let me say it first. You can't cut me off, man. Let me say it. No, man, I don't want to say it no more. Go ahead. What you got, man? And we got a bye week, so no preview anyway.
You think they should be doing in the bye week? Bear crawls?
If they sneak that shit up, if they can't get no production offensively versus UNC, man, that's gonna tell you everything you need.
I fired Gattis that day.
Yeah.
If we can't get nothing against
this fam, you had some shit going against them boys.
Right. I mean, that I don't even think that's fan talk. I'm just saying, being honest, I passed the reins to Gattis. And I mean, I'm sorry, not Gattis, to Ponce, and say, hey, call this offense. Obviously you can't install a brand new offense. It's too late for that. But tweak it to more things that you think we can do and be successful. That is exactly.
But what if I'm Gattis, I'm probably saying, hey, like Ponce isn't teaching my system to the quarterback well. Like those guys that's what I would say if I'm Gattis, right? I'm saying that to say this. I don't know if you could just fire the OC because it may not be the OC. It could be the quarterback coach.
God damn, how much you got to teach some bitch? Like shit, like I don't know why it should be that much discombobulation. But maybe that's it.
OC because he's calling plays.
He's calling the plays, right? So ultimately, this just ain't it. Like, and if you can't get you got to at least get some points up against UNC. They ain't stopped a nosebleed.
Yeah, them boys. You got like 14, 17 points against them. That ain't good.
Shit. That's not it. Yeah, and we're going to lose if we only score 17.
Oh yeah, they go score.
Oh, y'all not for
hell. If we don't score 35, we're gonna lose that game.
Yeah, because them bitches they high powered.
Oh. A lot of shit gonna happen, but y'all winning ain't one of them.
I don't seen
enough. I don't seen enough.
Let's get into next week. Oh no, you gotta review your team. That's right.
Yeah, I gotta review
my lost too. Now I gotta pee.
I lost, man. Tennessee went on the road, lost to the tune of 38-33. We let one go, man. I thought we could have won this game. I do want to give credit to Billy for sticking to AR like the way he did. A lot of my takes was that we were throwing the ball too much, and that was pretty much me seeing the results. I thought like I didn't know what was up because I never had any info that was saying that he was ever inaccurate and was having like bad scrimmages. So all the play I seen in the USF game, the Kentucky game, I was like, man, just run the ball until this kid figured things out. But it started clicking this game. We didn't win the football game, but it started clicking. He had his best game. End up getting more yards in that game than he done passing than he done in the first 3 altogether. He went for 112 USF, came back this week and went for 465. I'm sorry, 453 in the air. Yeah, 453 in the air. Then he went for 515 total, 4 touchdowns, 1 passing, 3 rushing. That total was the most ever by a UFQB in the SEC contest. So impressive day on the road.
Solid ass numbers.
Yeah, man, very impressive day. That's not just looking at the box score. If you watch the game, the way he climbed the pocket, a lot of the throws he made, decisions he made, he left some points on the field. Fumbled a key situation. I think we don't fumble right there, I think we win the game. So he still got to take care of the ball. Still got some things he got to fix and work on. But this game we got to see that potential. These are the numbers we thought we would start seeing, and he being Heisman talk. So we got to see a little bit of that this week. Shorter had another big game. I think Shorter needs more 50-50 balls. Whenever we give Shorter 50-50 balls, he's coming down with them, dog. Some of the throws, AR is not giving him a chance, especially in the USF game and in the Kentucky game. But he came down with 155. Pearsall had 103. Zipper had a key catch, and that was one of the instances I was talking about him. You can see the maturity. And Ant isn't a run-first quarterback. He's not trying to exit the pocket and haul ass. If you watch the film, the entire time he's going through all his reads, and if he run out, then he'll break and run. I think in my mind, if he go through 1 and 2, I'd be like break out and run. In my mind, like take off, bro. But he's going through all his reads. Yeah. And you can see defenses is keying off on him. They're spying him. They're trying to keep him in the pocket. So they're doing everything they can to scheme to keep him in the box. So he's taking the defense. He's seeing what it is. He's they're trying to keep him in the box, and he's making throws. And on that throw to Keon Zipper, that was a lot of that. He climbed the pocket, evaded the rush, hit Zip. Zip made a couple guys miss, play some bully football, and we get into the end zone, man. All that was super impressive. My defense got to figure shit out. Just point blank, period. My safeties are terrible. We can't stop shit, man. These guys are just – I don't like just bashing these boys, man. I done said enough about Trey Dean, so I don't want to just drag them through the mud or nothing. But at this point, it's just time to make a change, man. Like you can't be having mental lapse at this point in the game. You're a leader. You've been here 6 years, man, 5-6 years, bro. So like those lapse in focus is, and then you see the Me Too football. And then you see the lapse in focus and you doing busted coverages like this. And Billy spoke about those coverages when they asked him in the presser. And he said it was just one guy making mental mistakes. And it's the same guy that's making the same mistakes. I'm not going to take this defense serious until they give me some more safeties. I thought Kamari Wilson, he came in and made some mistakes, but he also came in on the one drive out the my man Trey Dean makes a mistake. They bring Kamari in the next drive. We get a turnover. They get the ball back. They put 0 back on the field. We give up 6. It was just that quick, man. Like, it's not like you're not giving your team a chance to win when you're not putting them no resistance and giving up 60, 70-yard bombs like you playing for Miami. You know what I'm saying? You can't be giving up shit like that. You got to see the bench. So I'm not going to take the defense serious. Like, Patrick Toney got to bench somebody, man. And I'm going to say, too, I think he's not playing perfect, but, like, he's making plays. Amari Burney, he ain't playing good. He's getting picked on in some of these instances as well. But you look at the stat sheet, man, he's going to give you a fumble, 2 sacks. He got the pick in the Utah game. He's making plays. There's a difference when you got a guy like Zero and some of the guys in my secondary. There's no plays. You've been here 4 or 5 years. Like, what's your highlights here? Like, when have you changed the game? Like, there's no big moments, man. So at this point, man, play the young boys. I haven't seen a lot of 13, Donovan McMillian. I think he only has like 1 snap. Like, it's very few snaps he's had this season outside of special teams. But I just want to see the young boys at safety, man. More Kamari Wilson. Ventrell Miller came in, provided us a forced fumble early in the game and then recovered a fumble. Also made a key tackle to prevent a touchdown in that game. Wasn't 100%, but his presence was definitely felt. We didn't play a perfectly good football game, but if we didn't have him, it would have been real ugly. I do like Billy's philosophy entering this game. We had to go in and go for a lot of 4th downs. While that shit is cool and we are hitting on a lot of 4th downs, I think we're tied for 4th in the nation. on 4th down conversions. We're 7 for 15. We're hitting at 72.7%. Well, all that shit's cool, and I do like that Billy's, letting his nuts hang, gambling, and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Scared money don't make money. All that's cool, but I think you could call better 3rd down plays and not put yourself in that situation. We get into a lot of 3rd and longs, and that could come from, it's like a chain. We got to stay ahead of the sticks. So I think if we call better 2nd down or execute better, whatever it may be, we need to execute better on 2nd down so we're not putting those 3rd and longs. And then once Billy get the 3rd, you could tell he's trying to gauge up if I want to go for 4th. He ain't trying to punt the ball. So a lot of time his 3rd down calls is, can I get close just enough for a 1st down, or enough to make a decision to go for it on 4?
Yeah, you see that nowadays too, man. A lot of these coaches, they're calling their 3rd down knowing it's 4 down territory. The 3rd down play knowing it's 4 down territory.
Man, that shit don't even be 4 down territory. We was on our own 20 and 25 and shit like that.
Yeah, Billy nuts for that shit, bro. That's crazy.
4 down. If Billy says it's 4 downs, goddamn.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to E-Roll. We got the donation. Appreciate the donation, E-Roll Walker. Prayers to my hometown, Tampa. Arrow, excuse me, I'm sorry. Arrow, my apologies if I mispronounce it, bro. Prayers to my hometown, Tampa. Looking forward to the future of my Gators. Baby Gators look good. Finally getting the break from playing top 25 teams for a while. Time to really work on defense and special teams.
Yeah, it's gonna feel good getting a little. We started with some good quarterback play. We played some good quarterbacks, some veteran teams. It's been quite a shit. Now USF ain't no excuse for that shit, but outside of that, we've had some tough matchups. Kickoff return is another shit show. Billy like to call them the game changer. They've been changing that motherfucker. All right. We return them bitches out of the end zone 48% of the time. Only 7% of that has went past the 25.
Yeah.
Why? I'm about to say, why would you do that? You get to the 25, like,
right? Just fair catch that bitch.
That's kind. Yeah, it's like honestly. Whew,
and our timing would be terrible.
Rare.
They can't wait to grab that bitch and run to the 10. I'm like, man, what the heck? And then we get a holding call or something crazy and be half this to the goal line.
Right. Like, yeah, that's discipline from those guys that are receiving at that point, man. Take 25 yards, bro. Promise you. It'll feel better on the other end. And all the pressure be taken off you. Nobody's gonna look at you crazy. It was in the end zone.
Shout out to Taylor for the donation. Taylor said, I'm broke. Somebody has to get Latia off the top of the screen.
Tia's gonna just beat you out just off of ego, cuz. Thank you for the donation nonetheless.
Yeah.
561, get the money. Another thing, man, my run game didn't pick up. We came into this game, and my mind was, let's possess the ball, run the ball, keep Tennessee offense, which everybody was calling high-powered, off the field. Run game couldn't get going. It was okay, but it wasn't what we seen in the previous, man. Tennessee did a good job between the tackles. I think we could run on the outside more. We had some power runs that we haven't seen a whole lot of this year, where Billy's running off tackle with some pulling guys with AR. That shit looks very promising. AR made a bad decision on it and fumbled. If he runs that right, we probably get 6 right there, and it's a different football game. But he's trying to play. Still got a little hero ball here and there where he's lapsing on, man. But once he locks in, that play is going to be a staple right there in the offense. So I think like running on the edge is going to help us a little bit more. We was able to run in between the tackles a lot better those first 4 games, but I wouldn't mind seeing us get on the edge a little bit more, especially with the quarterback. But yeah, if we didn't come in, Billy didn't stick to his guns of trusting what AR ability was and pass and have him pitch around the yard, I think we would have got totally smoked this game. So thank God this was a one that the boy went into, away stadium. The pressure off his shoulder, underdog vibes. I think like he relished in that moment more than the pressure on his shoulders and the expectations are high. So we'll see how it is going forward, man. It's going to be a roller coaster ride. You feel me? Especially with this offense, we still trying to find our identity. As good as we've been running the ball, we went to Tennessee and we survived on the young boy's arm. So everything's still going. You just got to win football games. At the end of the day, we lost a football game that we could have won if we didn't make turnovers. If you're veteran guys on your football team, they're supposed to be leaders, just do their job. You walk out of Tennessee with a win. But here we are, we're 2-2. 0-2 in SEC play. You got a hill to climb a little bit, man. Easy game on the horizon. We got Eastern Washington coming down on a Sunday. Like Billy, like, nah, we need these reps, motherfucker. Y'all trying to cancel some shit.
Yeah. I mean, I'll be honest with you. I'm scared for you, brother, but bless you. Be best.
Now, don't be scared for me, boy. It's fucking Eastern Washington.
USF was supposed to be a total wash too, and that was not. I'm not even. I'm just saying, like, hopefully they got things pointing in the right direction.
That's how I feel. I feel like there's growth. I've seen some growth, regardless of losing in Tennessee. I ain't with the more victory shit, but there's a point in the game where we could have got smoked. They could have laid down. Last year, this team laid down. So when it got to the point, it was like 10 points. We were down by late in the third. No, I think it was early in the fourth, actually. Started thinking, man, this game is over. Now I just hope these guys don't go out here and just lay an egg and it become like a 14, 20-point game or something like that. And we end up having a shot at the end. So seeing a lot of maturity from my offense, my quarterback. There's a lot to be seen from my defense, man. From every standpoint. I'm not Brent Cox having an okay season on paper, but I'm just watching, and I'm not mad at the scheme. I think I like Patrick Tony's scheme. I have no issues with the scheme. Ventura Miller's on the field is a little bit more cohesive from a leadership and assignment wise, but I just need to see more young boys. Just a lot of old veteran shit, a lot of Mullen vibes still in that, a lot of Grantham shit still in that defensive room, man. So I'm not mad at the scheme. I love the scheme. The scheme, you need very good safety. You need responsible safety play. You know what the fuck you doing? Assignment football as safety to run this defense. And that's not what we getting. A lot to be desired. Shift some shit around. Yeah. Eastern Washington. I got a little breakdown for them. Y'all want to hear about these boys. I'm gonna respect Eastern Washington. You didn't respect.
You didn't respect the Tennessee. Shout out to you real quick. Shout out to the top donator. I'm sorry for you, Taylor. Roll Tide.
Oh man.
Yeah, I got a little breakdown for the boy. I'm respecting the boys' gangster, man. Yeah,
I tried though. That was the funny part. I did actually go to their page. I did not try to get a beat.
Oh, that's right. You went to the 247.
I did actually try to go to their page. Broken.
I legit thought it was gonna be a close game. I was not trolling. I was not trolling. I thought it was gonna be a close game.
Bitch ain't broken out, man.
When I looked up and they said, I ain't do a lot of research, but CJ, when that bitch said air raid offense, and I knew that secondary was food, I said, oh yeah, this shit about to be a game. Like, I'm just gonna make it 1 point. I don't know, like, you know what I'm saying, how close it'll be, but this shit about to be a fucking game. Yeah.
And we need to revisit that roll-up tweet too for all the people that was talking shit about that 1 point.
I did, I couldn't wait.
Oh, okay, you already did.
Yeah, I already know what's up with them people. I couldn't tell you, bro.
How many sacks Brenton Cox got? Any?
He might not.
I don't think he got none.
I don't know.
Did you lie on him a little bit, or
did I lie on Brenton Cox? Let me see. Did I lie? I'm trying to. What was my prognosis on Brenton Cox? I think Brenton Cox playing. I think he's playing good football. I think he's great.
Just not getting sacks.
I'm take that back. I think he's affecting the game. It ain't all about, even with like that third down play where we had a 3rd and 10. He's moving the quarterback. He's doing a terrible job containing. He's playing selfish football and all that shit. But I don't know what my prognosis for Cox was. I wanted him to come in.
I think you had him first round.
Yeah, he still could do that. Shit.
Think so?
Okay. He's gonna test crazy.
Yeah.
Hey, don't the USFL, they have drafts too, right?
He's gonna get some stat games, bro. Like he's gonna.
That boy ain't going first.
They ain't got no combine though.
Oh, they got drafts and shit, right? So he'll go first round.
Draft, but they ain't got no combine.
What happened?
Stupid. He said, "Don't the USFL got drafts too?"
Yeah.
Oh.
So does,
I don't think I don't know if I don't remember what I said. I can't. I may misremember. I don't know if I made draft grades for everybody and shit like that. I don't know. If
I don't think you made it for everybody, but I do.
I haven't seen Cox. I haven't really paid attention to Cox like that, David. So I'm just trolling. We got another donation.
We can revisit it a little bit. We'll see.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard to find this shit. Bro.
Oh,
There's
shit.
so many
Okay.
shows in the offseason.
Stone Cold breaking news for you, Silk. You should read that one, bro.
What happened?
Oh, the depth chart drop. You got it?
Yeah, got a super chat. Stone Cold drip.
Depth chart drop. My man Kamari Wilson, you know what I'm saying, is safety one. I like it. You just got to make a change. I just told you I was not going to take this defense serious until there's a change made at safety, and boom. There you go,
they
man.
They listening to you, dog. They listening to you finally. You've been saying this, though.
I don't know my prognosis. I want to know what my take was on Brenton Cox, but yeah, I don't think Brenton Cox. I think I've been
figure it out, but I think you.
The thing is, like, I'm not here to be a psychic, right? I give takes. And I don't know if I said that, but I think I've been honest with my audience the entire time about Brenton Cox play. If you rewind every week, I've been saying, even when they made him Gator Player of the Week, I said on this same show, he's SEC Player of the Week, but I think he played a terrible football game. He didn't contain. He didn't do anything. That's what the audience want to hear. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep it honest with the audience every week about how these guys are playing football, whether it's AR, whether it's Brenton Cox, who it was. I don't know if I said Brenton Cox was first round. I mean, a lot of people had him as shit. I don't think that's out of I don't think that's we're at game 4. I don't think that's out of a reach. He's gonna test crazy. He can still go get 10 sacks or something crazy.
So anything for Tyler Van Dyke.
No, it's out of reach. Tyler Van Dyke. He needs to get a CDL.
Let me live, man.
Hey, Tyler Van Dyke is out of here.
And I can't believe you would put him at tight end.
We want to talk about
slow as he is.
We want to talk about old takes. Imagine them calling AR raw and this got polished. Imagine that.
I don't know. I didn't say that though, so I can't.
Yeah, that more Tyler Van Dyke
stand on that.
He
raw.
Raw in the word.
Yeah, not WWE raw.
I don't know, man, because I still saw the accuracy. I saw the
chicken
arm
raw,
and then now this shit just looks terrible. So
we ain't stop chicken raw.
Yeah, we ain't stop chicken.
You know what? You remind me of Rose too, because if that was your ass, you'd be sitting on the piano talking about when the boss makes decisions. Sometimes there'll be mistakes. Rose handled that shit like a champ, boy. Hey, what we gonna press on? We ain't stop. Go get you some thighs. I was like, yo.
If I said Brenton Cox was first round, I definitely lied. But he still got an opportunity for that. I think he's gonna test crazy. And he still can go get some stats. But that ain't part of it. But y'all first round, the damn show ain't gonna happen with that Van Dyke shit. You can cross that off the shit.
Did I put him in the first?
No.
Oh, come on, man.
I really don't. I don't remember. I did. I put Zion in my first year on the show.
Whoa, that's another one.
Yeah, that was crazy.
No, at this point, I got him fourth round.
All right, let me give respect to these Eastern Washington boys, man. The Eags.
We got a super chat real quick.
Get that off.
The homie Tia.
You got it, Larry on.
The homie Tia says Kentucky game UF fans said their offense trash and Billy needed an OC. Tennessee game, now UF fans saying their defense trash. Y'all see the thing? You saying they ain't keeping that energy the same. It's always something, man. It's here.
I can't speak for
every
the
football
masses.
game is unique.
On this show, I've been consistent.
Yeah, but I got to answer for goofy Miami fans, so you got to answer for goofy Gators too.
No, I asked you about your takes.
No, sometimes I definitely get pressed about shit I did not say.
Let me get on these Eags, man. The Eags are 1 and 2 coming in from Eastern Washington. They're ranked 18th in the FCS. They had a solid year last year, went 10-3.
Like Eastern Washington, a solid program. I think they're my bad from the but I think they have a red field. The team, the red field.
Yeah, they got.
I think that's what Cooper Kupp plays.
Yeah, Cooper Kupp is from there, Super Bowl MVP. Jim McElwain is also alumni of Eastern Washington, man. Yeah, man.
Some history.
They might have some bad blood. Might be some beef. Yeah, he definitely cheering. He definitely hating. He definitely want to see the woo lady right now, man. Give me one. Give me one, man. Make this happen for you.
You're going to have a blonde wig on. You're going to be on the sideline.
Okay, they got beat by Oregon to kick the season off 70-14. They beat Tennessee State 36-29. Somebody could beat Tennessee teams, right? Lost to Montana State 38-35. They lost 10 starters last year. It's not a bad
It's not
loss.
a bad loss. So the FCS ranks is not a bad loss.
No, Montana State, they're power in that division.
Yeah.
Shout out to these boys, man. I like their coach. He runs a good little shit over there, man. He's 42-19 overall, 30-9 in the Big Sky. They made the FCS title game in 2018. Been in the playoffs 3 of the 5 seasons he's been coached there.
Solid program.
East and West, solid program. Solid program, man. Get these boys they just do, man, for they run down on us. And you don't respect motherfuckers, they run up in your trap and they take over it, CJ.
I didn't disrespect them.
I know all about it. I was staying with JS.
Holla at 247. They disrespect them people, man. I hope some of y'all went and looked at that site the day of that show. I was not exaggerating when I'm telling you couldn't
go now. That'd be fully functional.
Oh yeah,
probably.
Boot it up.
They got 1.5 million, right? So
their coaches been on a media tour, bro. Somebody had to start some shit. Like, bro, the coaches everywhere. Like, start his website.
Is that a world tour, your girls tour,
bro?
Beat Miami ass tour, man.
Right.
Man, beat our ass, man. That's sad.
They made shirts and all.
They should.
They should.
Y'all should. They should.
Do you think it was worth it now? Like
made it. That wasn't us, but our quarterback did it.
Still y'all. He on y'all team, right?
He getting paid.
Go ahead. What you about to say?
Let me finish paying respect to the Eagles.
Go ahead. Yeah. Let's not
their quarterback is Conor. He's 5'10", small little guy.
That's respect.
Talkington.
Yeah, let me give respect to the E's. Conor Talkington, 5'10" quarterback.
Little bitch.
I didn't say that.
Yeah, you say that.
I did.
Right. Let me finish, man. The little fella has completed 61% of his passes.
The little fella.
That's motherfucking hell, dog. Go ahead.
For 636 yards, 10 TDs, 3 interceptions. 2 of those interceptions was versus Oregon, so that's respectable. Their top running back is Micah Smith, 5th-year senior. You probably need to get CDL as well. He's got 192 yards on the season. He's averaging about 6.8 a carry. Not that bad.
Okay.
Yeah, we need to beat shit out of these people, but I am gonna respect them. I hope we get out of there with at least a double-digit win. I'm not gonna say nothing crazy because I don't know what to expect, man. You feel me?
Smart move, Jack.
There's not a lot of film I've watched on the Eagles. They look terrible. But they may have been saying all they juice for this game right here with Jim McElwain, the revenge Jim McElwain. I don't know that shit.
Matt went to a camp practice, gave him boys a pep talk.
Right, he might be helping them with the game plan and shit. Right. Who knows, man?
I know he is, man. That's the alumni, man. He want this. He at least want it close. You know what I'm saying? He at least want to put a little egg on the face, if you will.
Make it respectable.
No, we're gonna run down on this shit, man. I got us winning by like 30 points. Something crazy. We should be able to manhandle this shit. I know we had some issues running in between the tackles. We shouldn't have that issue this week. So we should be able to do what we want to do, man. As long as AR stay in rhythm and on his thing. I think most of that shit is mental, bro. And he got to see the ups and downs real quick early in the season, man. Like what it feels like to be on top of the world, beating Utah. ESPN, Tim Tebow coming into Gainesville to hang out with you, and then people want you benching the new OC and all that shit the next week. You got to see that real quick. So I think the mental part of it is right now is just staying balanced, man. Tuning the world out, tuning social media out, tuning the TV out, stay locked in, tunnel vision. If he stay in that zone, man, I like where we're going with this season, man. Slow build, we're gonna let the beat build. And that last game in dope, we're gonna dog walk some shit. You hear me?
Ooh.
Real quick,
the brakes off them boys, baby.
I'll be honest with you, CJ. I got no dog in this fight, but I don't see it, dog.
That's perfectly fine. You ain't gotta see it. You ain't see a lot of shit last year, and that shit happened.
You right.
See a lot of this shit is happening.
You right. Y'all suck. They so ass. I can't wait till y'all get beat at your own house, man. Beat the shit out y'all, man. Posted that bullshit ass. Y'all got the toughest. I was like, ain't no way. What
no. Based off, it ain't based off the schedule. Based off the wins so far.
Wins.
But we got 3 Power 5 wins so far. Like, you gotta respect that shit. One against
them is not Power 5s. Them is weaker 5s.
LSU beat the fuck out of y'all.
Quick, though.
Louisville beat the fuck out of y'all.
You can't say that because y'all beat them by a point.
LSU would beat the shit out of y'all. Y'all lost Middle Tennessee State. Everybody beat the shit out of y'all. Every game rest y'all schedule.
Right. Well, make sure y'all do it.
Oh, we definitely
make sure y'all do it.
That's 100%.
Y'all ain't done it in a while. So
did it last year.
Did not beat the shit out of us. It took
we beat the shit out of y'all last year. The quarterback got touched to the woodshed.
52
we seen the real QED last year.
52 to 10.
We seen the real solid Van Dyke last year. We seen that shit first.
52 to 10.
We seen that shit first.
My coach ain't t-shirts because it was a miracle. We didn't even make no t-shirts.
We didn't make no damn t-shirts. My quarterback made money off y'all face.
You know who the fuck I mean.
My quarterback getting paid to
I have a
this
question
day
for you,
off
brother.
of Miami.
Good. He gonna need it because there ain't no NFL future for him.
So
God bless that man. I hope he sell a lot of
I promise you that. That shit look a lot better than your quarterback future.
Wow. Ooh. Well, look at the ceiling. That's what we measuring against. Anyways,
maybe you can be a bouncer at KOD or Club Live or some shit. get an NIL deal with them boys.
I like it. That was a good one. Oh, Silk though, real quick. I think we kind of touched on the subject a little bit before, but and it's something I spoke on this week. How concerned are you about the culture shift in general? Because he is working with a lot of the previous staff's players, and I really do. I think, in all honesty, I think that's a great challenge to change minds of young men that you didn't recruit and bring in. How concerned are you that I'm with you? I think Eastern Washington should be an absolute dog walk, shouldn't be nothing. But if it all gets interesting, how concerned are you just about the culture shift in general and the time that'll take?
Yeah, bro, it's gonna take at least for to get what Billy wanted. I mean, you gotta pretty much really watch the whole roster, right? Buy-in ain't gonna come from everybody. It could come like buy-in is levels of buy-in as well, right? You could be bought into the basics of it, but it's still like total buy-in requires some selflessness, and there's some. My bad, that coach beat my ass, bro. Ain't gonna lie to you. Got to one of them spots in the joint where I got some shatter.
Oh, right.
But I like the change they just made at safety. I was having like I said, I wasn't gonna respect whatever they got going on defensively. If you got a guy that's just playing selfish football, it's me first. He's not making plays, but he's not celebrating with his teammates. He's making mental lapses. So from a culture standpoint, you got to keep it 100 with the locker room. He's not playing good football. He's costing you football games. There's got to be penalties for that. The last regime wouldn't bench guys that made mistakes. They wouldn't bench guys or penalize guys that threw a shoe that cost you a game. And that starts to fuck up the coaches. So holding guys accountable is everything. Win, lose, or draw, like every first regime, the first season, any coaches, you're gonna have some losses that are just horrendous. Even though Dan Mullen came in and won 10 games, they lost to Kentucky, we was like, what the fuck just happened? Kirby Smart first year, he had some blunders and some L's. Everybody was like, what the fuck is this shit?
Absolutely.
It's just, but from a culture standpoint, bro, like you still gotta watch like how the team progresses from week to week, how coaches are holding players accountable. Like are they holding themselves accountable? Are they making changes and shit like that? So I do like the way we're moving. I did want to see, like I said, changes at the safety position. Everywhere else on the field, I don't have any quarrels with how people are moving energy wise and leadership wise, or I feel like the depth chart isn't being honest. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I thought like even with the DBs, I had a take that I thought Jalen Kimber should play more, but I'm forgetting that he got a broke hand that he playing with on the cast as well. So he has a snap count, health things that he got to deal with physical therapists and all that stuff. So it's the medical staff that got some say into all that as well. So we don't know all the information at all the time, but I think the depth chart and the competition is honest right now, and holding players accountable. If you're going to bench a guy for costing you a game, that's honest right now. That's all you ask for right now. Until he get his guys, totally on the team.
Right. Yeah. I agree. And that's something I'll be looking for coming out of the bye week. I want to make sure that to echo your sentiment, we're being honest, and we're not just going with seniority or guys that maybe these practice warriors that got like a little edge. Let's hey, the game film. We got some game film, right? We got 4 games on our belt. Let's look at that a little bit more, and let's start going. Hey, bottom line is when the lights is on, this guy's outperforming this guy. Period.
Right.
So I don't, there's levels to this shit, and if a guy ain't ready when the bright lights is on between them white lines, we got to start evaluating where they fit in the rotation. So that's the only reason I asked you that, because we're the ones coming into new regime, new coaches. Florida State obviously is 3rd year with their coach, so there's some things that should be established a little more. Buy-in should be established, obviously, a lot more at this point as well. So that's the only reason I asked you that.
I'm still in the gray area with because like I told y'all, my thing is still with like it was gonna be Billy. I do like the way he's developing AR right now from a mental standpoint. The way the AR starting to see the field a little bit better. I can see, you know what I'm saying, how like Billy's gonna be good. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the one, hey, he need the OC shit right now. I'm not there yet, bro. Eventually, I think he's gonna need one to delegate to be more of a CEO. But right now, implementing the program, getting this thing to look how he wants to look. I'm not mad with the way he's calling plays. Plays there, bro. And I'm not totally, it's some bluntness where I'm not just like, the fuck he called that for? You know what I'm saying? There are sometimes that shit happens. But like as far as the way he's designing shit, and I'm starting to see what this offense could look like. The more like AR like starts to execute better, this shit's gonna look good. And I think our AR is gonna be back next year. I don't foresee him going to the league. So this is a good little build. And I'm not one to jump on that. Let's get an OC. I want to see him call some more games, develop AR some more. But right now, I like a lot of what I'm seeing out of the offense, man. And that's just to be real. I know our fans are wanting to see a little bit more, but I'm not mad because I know it's not a quick. But we didn't hire Billy to turn this shit around right away. Flip it in a year. Nah, man. That's why you hired Dan Mullen last time. You hire a veteran guy like Dan Mullen, you know his ceiling. He's gonna come in and get you 10 wins right away. He ain't gonna recruit no better, but he'll get you some wins, keep the fan base happy. But his ceiling's low. We paid Billy and gave him this big ass long contract and hired 100 people for the long haul, man. So I want to see him implement his whole shit, bro. And I'm not mad at the play calling. I think he got some shit cooking a little bit, to be real with you. Like, it looks simple, but motherfuckers be open.
I don't give a shit what it looked like. Just let it work.
I forgot my wide receivers was bad this past week. AR was putting his foot in the dirt and giving it to him, bro. Like, keep in mind, this is a 4.3 40, 6'3", 205 quarter. He could run that bitch all day and get his cam. He's a pass first guy. He threw for 450, bro. Tim Tebow wasn't doing that, bro. Like, no quarter. He's doing leak numbers. That's tossing around the yard.
Yeah. It's a hell of a day. That's a hell of a day.
I just need him to keep
and that's
building
one
on
reason
that,
I'm
man.
not in panic mode. Again, I won't excuse that loss. But
you're not in panic mode? Boy, I would be shutting down the program then. I lost to Middle Tennessee State, boy.
Nah, I think it's a wake-up call. I'm not in panic mode. It's a wake-up call. That's where I'm at with it.
Wake-up call. That's a hell of a wake-up call.
I mean, what you want me to do? This is the thing. Like, every person on this show, we done suffered through a lot, right? We done seen the highs to the highs, and we done been to the lows. Tomorrow, we still going to be fans. I can tell you whatever I want to. I talk all that shit. I'm going to quit the show. Y'all motherfuckers know I ain't quitting this goddamn show. I'm going to be a Miami fan until I die, for better or worse. And hopefully it gets better. But then I'm tired. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm tired. But I'm going to still get up.
We just want to hear the takes, man. Like, so what do you think Mario got to do this? Because I don't think he's going to fix this. So what are you looking for? Like, is the season playing out? And we can move on and do some national talk. But what are you looking for as far as the season playing out?
Some recruiting shit for B-side. I forgot to cover that. The visits, but go ahead.
That's all good. What was your question, Silk? I'm sorry.
How you see the season playing out? And do you think Mario gets like new coordinators? Do you think OC, DC, what stays intact?
Man, that would be incredibly wild for it to be all within the first year. I just my hope is that everybody can just get this thing figured out and salvage the rest of the season. It's super hard for me to go in and be like, oh, we'll go 5-7. That's Schedule's just set up too easy. I just think they got to get it fixed immediately and just get this thing turned around. So I still, like I said, I'm gonna go back to what I said before. I'm gonna go 8-4. Try to figure the rest of the season out and right the ship. Like I said, if it goes bad against UNC, I do definitely think there's an opportunity for a major shift, really crazy, really early. But hey, I just
can't fire.
I'm not going to accept. I'm not going to accept. I'm not going to accept anything less than 35 points against UNC. I just
get a win. You talking about points?
That's what I mean. 35 can get us the win, but what I'm saying is, let's say we lose, right? You got to score 35. This team's god awful on defense, and you're at home this year. Like I can't lose to UNC.
Man,
something crazy.
Ain't nobody finna be in that place, man. That shit ain't that's a neutral field, cuz.
Yeah, that shit neutral site.
Nobody going out there.
I'm gonna be there.
You going out there?
Yeah, I'll be down there by then.
I ain't mean shit.
I'll be down there by then. I'll be in Florida by then. And it's Carnival in Miami, so I'll be there.
Oh, you ain't going to the game. You just gonna go see some buns.
I'm gonna do both, man.
Yeah, both buns. Both buns. Miami.
On the bun tour.
Double cheeked up on the
Double cheeked up, man. On a Saturday afternoon.
Rest in peace, Teddy, man. Rest in peace.
Oh man,
Teddy.
what a
Teddy
legend,
drowned
man.
in this pool. Man, he's a funny dude, man. Hate to see the fella go out that way.
Not even national. We got picks next. Not even nationals. We got to do the picks too first.
We got to do picks. Yeah,
but real quick before we move on,
you had something else, right?
Yeah, real quick before we move on, I just want to get to the visit list for the BC game. Not too much action due to the hurricane. There's a couple names I want to mention. We got Jordan Louis.
Wake game?
What's that? BC? I'm sorry. Wake
Forest.
Forest.
You said BC. Come on, the Wake game. Okay.
Yeah, Wake Forest is upcoming visit list. Excuse me. 3-star running back Jordan Louis, West Virginia commit out of Norcross, Georgia. He's a guy that's been blowing up based off a big senior year. So this name to keep an eye out on. 4-star DB commit Keaton Kirkland. 4-star DB Braden Marshall. 3-star DB Cameron Upshaw, who's a local kid from Tallahassee, committed to South Carolina. He'll be there. This is an interesting one too. 4-star receiver from Palm Beach, Michael Mays, who I like his film a lot. Just plays against some pretty bad competition. He's also
I know his family, man. That's crazy, bro. I know this kid, but I haven't seen him in a while. So that's crazy to say that name.
Yeah,
his dad. Look at his dad. Though. His dad was the truth. His dad played around the time I played, man.
Okay, small damn world.
Damn. I feel old as shit now, bro.
Small world. But yeah, he's going to be on campus. Explosive receiver. I know it's probably one spot receiver. They wanted like a big fish type of receiver, but he's a guy that's going to be on campus. He's also committed to Wake Forest currently, so that's an interesting one. 2024 guys. We got quarterback Luke Crummelhawk. He's going to be on campus. Defensive tackle commit Kayshawn Mashburn. 4-star defensive back commit CJ Hurd. 4-star DB Tyshawn White. 4-star DB Josh Philistine. And this is the last one. It's a pretty interesting. And also we have 4-star DB athlete Noreen White. But this is the last one. This is a pretty interesting one. We have Jerome Carter III. He's going to be on campus for a visit. Jerome Carter is the son of former FSU safety Jerome Carter II. He was a second-round pick by the St. Louis Rams in 2006, if I'm not mistaken. No, I'm sorry. I'm not going to speak on the year. I want to misspeak. But yeah, he was a second-round pick by the St. Louis Rams. So kind of going off what Silk just said, man, small world. I remember watching Jerome Carter. That's all I got, fellas. We go ahead and move forward to 2005. I'm sorry, 2005. He was drafted 2005 by the St. Louis Rams. He was a 4th-round pick, not a 2nd-round pick. My apologies. Yeah, we can go ahead and move on to the pick'em.
I thought you was bullshitting. Them boys really do got shirts.
Yeah, real talk.
Oh, Middle Tennessee State.
They about to capitalize.
Yeah, Trav must show them boys the plug.
Oh yeah, they're showing the way.
Yeah, you supposed to get a shirt, sir.
Shit we had. Like I said, Georgia Southern made shirts too. So, and you still see them out here.
So do you think Middle? I know you think Florida State for getting y'all a new coach. Do you think Middle Tennessee State for the wake up call?
I did not thank Florida State for no fucking loss. That's not Larry. See, that's the point I was just
I
making.
I thought you liked it too. No,
I wasn't with that. I ain't never thanking them for no laws, man. That bum ass team.
Thank you, FSU. Thank you, FSU.
No, that wasn't Larry. You won't find it.
We found the savior. We found the savior.
Find my text messages. You can scrub my text messages, Facebook, Instagram.
Another Miami guy.
You'll never catch me doing nothing stupid like that.
The Miami guys ain't working.
Hey, if anything, y'all should be thanking us because we gave y'all a shot at going to a bowl and you blew that too because you're not accustomed to greatness.
Speaking from a fan that hasn't won a bowl game in how many years?
A few years ago, we won a bowl game. I don't know what you're talking about.
That was the first time in 20 years.
You ain't been to none. Okay. You ain't been to none. They told y'all go home. Don't you show your face.
Y'all lost the bowl game in Louisiana Tech. Y'all accustomed to losing some G5 shit. Well, yeah, that's y'all.
And you didn't even get to go to one.
Right at damn
you didn't even get to go to one.
I'm glad I was home for that shit. I was glad I was home.
Be quiet.
14-0 against Louisiana Tech. Man, get that shit out of here, man. And then you got this
who y'all
replaced with.
What they told y'all to be at?
The motherfucker with 14-0 with the Middle Tennessee State. With his goddamn cousin, they got his kick team game by Middle Tennessee State.
What bowl was y'all in that year?
We was watching y'all lose.
Exactly.
Watching y'all lose.
Nobody wanted y'all to show up and stay
watching y'all lose. Man. Y'all with a fucking Shreveport too, right? That's terrible.
Hey, we let y'all. We said, hey, go ahead to Florida, handle your business. What y'all did?
Greg Knox ran down on that shit, man.
Damn. Damn, I know that's your daddy.
Special teams coordinator, assistant.
Damn, I know you as y'all daddy. You got to go to the other team, the other rival to get a win.
We gave you a chance.
Exactly. You got to go to the other rival to get some talking points.
No.
That's what you doing.
Still on the biggest. We still on.
Hey, Greg Knox, help me out, baby. Help me out, Greg Knox. Please help me, Greg. Help me, Greg. Help me, you.
Greg. Now, Greg was great. Now, Greg was great.
Who said he was great?
That's all it is. Trash.
Who said he great?
Here comes the kid.
You asking him for help. That's what you doing.
No, I don't need no help. Y'all gonna suck it up yourself. Okay, so when Wake
Forest
beats y'all, that's when you ask for help.
We gotta do these picks, man.
Yeah. Hey, real quick. Appreciate everybody being in here. I saw some Baylor fans, some Oregon fans, some USC fans. They're waiting on these picks. So everybody make sure you like and subscribe. But we're getting to these picks right now. And let's do it.
If y'all into gambling, I'm like the best on this shit, man. So if y'all here to get some to figure out how y'all want to bet on the spread, fuck with me. Like go with my picks.
I don't know what the leaderboard is right now. We gotta look at that.
Look at this shit, man. These motherfuckers underdogs against Texas, San Antonio. Man, get this. Man, these motherfuckers 8 wins my ass. 8-4.
That's funny, man. Shout out to Harlan. Harlan's hilarious. Harlan put them boys on the spread, man. Put them on the pick'ems. Hey, do the ad read. We gotta do the ad read, man.
You know what's gonna be so funny? Because this is definitely the energy he gave me last year, right? When they beat us after losing to Jacksonville State. Keep that energy now. Keep the energy because we will defeat you. I assure you that. But
you shouldn't assure nobody nothing right now, bro. Like there's no way you're sure of anything, bro.
I'm very sure of that. You could. Yeah, listen.
So?
With that offense, that quarterback, them play calls, that shit was better last year. That's what you don't realize. It was better last year. Hey, go ahead and get your ad read off.
Let me do the ad read. Shut up then. Let me do it then. Y'all talking too much. Black folks always talking too much. Pickles is brought to you by Special Jerky. The only made-to-order jerky that starts with a trip to the butcher to source tender steak specifically for your batch, marinated 24 hours in fresh crafted marinades, using only locally sourced produce and all natural ingredients with no added sugars. 5 staple flavors include original, Old Bay, habanero bourbon, mandarin jalapeno, and lemon pepper. Oh, you want to quit now? You're emotional. That's what I'm talking about. See, you got emotional. Worldwide shipping. You were late as hell on that one. Worldwide shipping. Oh my gosh. Available from Spencer'sJerkyJerky.com. Use exclusive promo code Big Meat for 10% off your order. You can get that order shipped anywhere from Tallahassee to Tuscaloosa. Any of them shitty ass towns that I both visited. I visited both of them. They suck. You too late today, E.
But you speak highly of
Tulsa. All right, let's do the predicts. We got a review last week.
No, we're not doing reviews, man.
We don't review. Okay, I can't remember.
No, I want to do. I want to have like updates and keep the people.
Yeah,
that
we do need
the
like
standings.
the
Yeah, the leaderboard and whatnot. But no, we're not gonna do like a recap of the entire week. These too many games, man. It takes forever to get through this little list.
Okay.
I like how petty Harlan is and put Middle Tennessee State versus Texas San Antonio. I like that, bro.
It's a good game. See, all right, so yeah, first game is Texas San Antonio. The Road Runners are on the road. They are favored by 4.5 points against Middle Tennessee State.
What was it? The Road Runners?
Yeah, they are the Road Runners.
Middle Tennessee State is ass, man. Y'all just ass. But so give me big Road Runners, Texas San Antonio.
I shall also select the Road Runners of Texas San Antonio. What you got there, CJ?
Sad circumstances.
Give me Middle Tennessee State, man. I'm going with the former Noel.
You got rock with home team. I feel that.
Yeah, home team, baby. Let's do it.
Good.
Middle school Tennessee State.
Then we got it's different in the app. My fault. Florida is at home. They are favored by 32.5 to Eastern Washington.
Florida. Hold up, you said it. I hope you ain't picking them. Give me Florida. I think it'll be around 45. I think it'll be around 45 to 10.
Ask me no shit like that, Larry. Huh?
Oh, my bad. Give me Eastern Washington. 33 points is a lot of fucking points, and I took USF last time. It didn't bode well for me, so I'm gonna play the odds.
You got Gaddis and Mario at fucking Gainesville or something.
Yeah. Well, no, because your guys won it all. So next game we got number 13 Oregon. They are at home facing the mighty Stanford Trees, or whatever they are. They are favored by 16.5.
I like Oregon.
Who the hell did I
like
pick?
Oregon to cover? What you got, see?
Let me go back and see who the hell I picked.
I ain't locked my picks yet.
Yeah, I locked mine. Let me go. Hold up, bro. Oh yeah, I got Oregon. Go Oregon. My bad.
You got Oregon. Okay. Give me Stanford. Too many points. 17 points. Give me that. All right. Next game, we have the Florida State Seminoles at home versus the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. They are favored by Florida State is favored by 6.5. Let's say you got nose covering. Okay. So
Demon Deacons.
I echo that sentiment. Give me the Demon Deacons. Regardless to if Florida State does pull this win off, I don't know if they win by a touchdown. All right. Next game, we have the USC Trojans, number 6 in the land right now, at home versus the Herm Edwardless Arizona State Sun Devils. No Herm. Teflon Herm is down, but not out. Not out.
They set Herm up, man. Y'all seen the new evidence? They set Herm up, man.
Flawless,
bro. Herm gonna be back like herpes, dog. Yeah, his own squad turned on him. That's crazy. It be your own people, though. You know what I mean?
It be your own crew, man. Man.
It be your own people, dog.
They say Herm staff was sitting in the game playing the other staffs and shit, man.
Yeah, that's sick.
But that don't make no sense, man. Like, first of all, the team.
My resume still there.
Correct. Your resume is still there, but the team's success is, you know what I'm saying, your job, your livelihood is predicated off the team's success, right? And then once word get out, because word's going to get out as far as who was on staff that did that. Like your
I'm
career's
not
pretty
hiring
much
you.
dead. Yeah, your career's dead.
You know how toxic Herm got to be, man. He just hired them people. He just fired other people.
Yeah, you got to
All
show me a
these new
video.
people.
Only way I'm gonna hire you after that is you gotta show me a video of Herm bitch slapping you, and I'll be like, all right, I get it.
Herm got some shit going on.
Him smashing
All
your wife or something, bro. Like that's
all these.
some shit like
Yeah.
that. That's the only logical explanation.
Give me let me get Arizona State 27-20 points.
USC me, man. The boys got Emory Jones, no Herm. USC big.
Yeah, give me Arizona. That's a lot of points.
I thought ended up having a pretty decent year though, but we'll see. And now he ain't got no coaches giving up the game plan.
There's no way you be having a good year and you're Herm fired.
Yeah. All right. Next up on the slate, number 5, Clemson Tigers at home versus number 10, NC State. Clemson is favored in this game by 7.5 points.
Give me NC State that cover.
Yeah.
Clemson probably win, but I don't like it win by 8.
I'm gonna take Clemson in this one. I think Clemson wins this one by 13 or so. Yeah, give me Dabo's squad over there. All right. Next.
Fuck my pick, huh?
You get yours still? I'm sorry. Pause.
Let me get North Carolina State.
Okay, my bad. Yeah.
All good.
All right, next on the slate, we've got number 1 Georgia on the road versus Missouri. They are favored by 28.5.
Georgia. Missouri fucking suck.
Yeah, Georgia.
Got Georgia on that one. Give me Missouri. 29 points is that's a lot of points, dog.
Have you seen Missouri and Georgia?
Right.
Hey, I saw Georgia and Kent State too.
They might get that
So,
shit in the first
I mean, anything can happen. All right, we got Texas at home. They are favored by 9.5 against West Virginia.
Hook 'em.
Still.
That one got me stuck a little bit.
I saw you blinking like hell. I was like, yo, wake up.
Fuck. Give me West Virginia,
Texas.
man. No, give me West
Texas,
Virginia. I like West Virginia to cover.
West Virginia,
I like West Virginia to cover.
Yeah, likewise. Put me down for West Virginia to cover that. All right, next game. Number 12, Utah is at home. They'll be favored against the visiting Beavers of Oregon State by 10.5. What we got there?
Give me the Utes. Beavers ain't been good since what's your running back that played for the Falcons way back in the day? Steven Jackson. Was it Steven Jackson? No.
Ain't been good since that long?
Yeah, Steven Jackson played for UNLV. It was a little running back though. Little short dude. I know you're talking about. I can't think
of Rogers, but Steven Jackson, they go to
Oregon. Yep. No, Steven Jackson played at UNLV.
Okay.
He grew up in Las Vegas and all too. Yeah, that's what he played at. But who you got, Sil?
Utes, big Utes.
No, he went to Oregon State. I knew I wasn't tripping. He went to Oregon State.
Steven Jackson?
Yeah, Steven Jackson. He's from Las Vegas, like you said. I mean,
okay. I swore he played at UNLV. Okay, my bad.
Yeah.
Thank you for correcting me there. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the company line on this one. Give me Utah by 11. All right. Next, we have the LSU Tigers on the road, favored by 8.5 against Auburn at home.
Versus the Auburn Tigers. War Eagles / Tigers. I don't know.
War Tigers.
Yeah.
They can't get this shit together.
Just Tigers. Because of that, the LSU, the motherfuckers know what kind of mascot they got.
Eagle something or rather.
Yeah.
Yeah, give me LSU.
I
don't know how Auburn didn't lose last week, man. Whatever.
Yeah, Auburn's pretty trash this year. I like Auburn in their home environment, but they've been pretty whack. All right, next up on the slate, we have Mississippi State. They are at home.
Yeah, Mississippi State, me man.
Texas A&M Aggies, number 17 in the land, are 3.5 point underdogs.
Right?
That's crazy.
That's what I'm saying. It's not a good football team.
Yeah, they're not. But I'll take A&M. Fuck, I'll take A&M.
No way.
17
give me the Bulldogs, man. I'm sorry.
For sure.
That just feels too weird to me. Number 17 could be underdogs on that one. I don't like it.
Him on the road too? No, give me Mississippi State, bro.
Yeah, I don't like it. All right, let's see. Yeah, home stretch.
Ooh, this is a good one right here. This is a good one right
number
here.
16 Baylor. Yeah, this is probably the best matchup of the week, probably. Number 16 Baylor is at home. They are 2.5 point favorites against number 9 Oklahoma State.
Give me the mullet.
Yeah, I like Oklahoma State in this one, bro.
I'm with you. Give me Oklahoma State on that one as well.
Hey, hold on, no, Baylor home?
Baylor is at home.
I'll take Baylor. Give me a run, man.
You want to swap it around? All right.
Yeah, give me Baylor. Yeah, I like Baylor for the win.
No doubt. All right, last 3 here. We got number 4 Michigan on the road facing the Iowa, or 5, I guess, whatever. Okay, my bad. Yeah, facing the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Michigan.
Is that it? Yeah. Is it Hawkeyes?
Yeah, it's the Hawkeyes.
I started thinking about Marvel Universe and shit. I was like,
it's Hawkeyes. Yeah, give me the Wolverines. Shout out to Wolverine, man. That's a different topic.
Yeah, I like Wolverine over Hawkeye.
Absolutely.
Way more. Wolverine's in my top 3. Who you got?
You're coming back, right?
Yeah, for the Deadpool movie. Yep.
Yeah.
Hugh Jackman. What you got there, Silk?
I don't watch Marvel, bro.
No, the game, bro.
My bad. Michigan.
You got Michigan? Okay. Iowa's been struggling very mightily to score this year. So, give me Michigan to cover that 10.5. All right. Final 3. We got number 8.
Still talking about the movies and shit, man. I like
I don't watch Marvel, dog. We got number 18, Oklahoma, on the road against what they call the Horned Frogs?
Horned Frogs.
Yeah, Horned Frogs. Texas Christian University. They are favored by 6.5.
Give me Brent. Give me the Oklahoma Sooners. They'll cover the 7.
No doubt. What you got, Silk?
I like Oklahoma.
I'm gonna toe the company line once more. Yeah, Oklahoma. A little pissed off that loss. Yeah, I think they win this one by 2 touchdowns. Alrighty, we got number 2 Alabama on the road against number 20 Arkansas. Sam Pittman's Razorbacks. They are favored by 16.5.
Go Hogs.
Go Hogs, man.
Yeah, I think Bama win, but on the road.
Yeah, company line again.
Yeah,
company
man.
line again. Yeah,
I just know Chill listening, so I'm gonna hate.
I think Bama could win, but I think by 14. It'll be a tough road game.
Yeah. I got Bama winning. I got them somewhere in the 10 to 13 range. I don't know if they quite cover 17. So I'm with you on that. All right, and this might be the best game of the week. We'll see. Hopefully it's interesting at the very least. We have number 14 Ole Miss at home. Will be hosting the number 7 Kentucky Wildcats. Ole Miss is favored by 6.5 on this one.
Give me Stoops, man. Let's go, man. Give me Stoops.
Stoops. All right, who you got this up?
I like Lane, man.
Yeah. I'm rocking with you on that one, bro. Give me Lane to cover that 7. I think Kentucky's O-line still a little sus. And I just like Lane Kiffin's offense. So yeah,
I think they got their running back Rodriguez back with Kentucky though. That's something to consider.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah, I'm still going.
Yeah, he's a monster, man.
All right, that's it for the pick'ems for this week. We done about you?
Yeah, we're probably here. We're probably here with that one. Hey, where y'all got top dog at right now? Y'all got Bama, Georgia, those top two. Who you like?
Yeah.
Who you like? Who your favorite right now?
Georgia right now. I'll say Georgia, just based off what we've seen so far. But again, we've seen the situations.
No doubt.
Yeah, that's kind of me as well. Our only team that is up at the top that I haven't had an opportunity to watch it all this year is Ohio State. Haven't seen play a game.
Right.
Yeah.
I just think in big games, quarterbacks matter so much. I don't think Stetson Bennett playing bad football at all. But I think Bryce is just a difference maker in big games. Bama's just gonna steady get better and peak at the right time. That's how that shit's designed. So until it's not Bama, unless Bama has some injuries like they had last year or something, I just got Bama. Georgia is looking like a monster right now, but that Kent State game gave me a little drawback of like I know you spoke about them maybe being better than last year's team. That game gave me a little pause of like, I don't know if they that good,
Yeah, I agree. They definitely made me pump the brakes a little bit. And the reason I thought they were better is I thought the offense was clicking better. Bowers is still going out there looking crazy. Bowers will probably be a top
they giving that man reverses and shit. He's just going like for like 60, 70 yards. That's insane, man.
Hey, every time I got a homeboy of mine, he's a big Georgia fan. He be sending me little Bowers clips, and I'll be like, that little cuz, because my mom's maiden name Bowers. Yeah, he's looking like a monster out there. I think he's a top 10 pick in the league, which is very impressive at tight end. Something special. So, but yeah, that did give me this week. Definitely gave me some pause. But yeah, I want to watch the Ohio State game. But yeah, as of right now, give me Georgia, Bama. That'll be my top two right now.
Gotcha. That's it, man. We'll get out of here. I'm trying to do no national news, man. Only thing I got, Jeff Collins got fired. That's crazy. So we got two available jobs now. Arizona State, Georgia Tech, Deion names coming up. That's something to keep monitoring and watching. Yeah, Harson's ass is out of here. His ass is grass.
Yeah. Tech was a school that we had heard about preseason, saying that he didn't want to be there and just didn't seem like it was a good marriage all in all. So that don't shock me at all. I think
Jeff Collins is a good coach, man. I think that's a tough place to recruit at.
It is.
It was a tough roster to flip. I think they could possibly go back to the. It was tough, bro. For sure.
Right. Oh, God. Block. He's Georgia Southern legend, bro. Won a lot of titles down there. He did his thing, yeah.
All right, so right now you got Nebraska job open, Arizona State, Georgia Tech. It's not even October.
And Nebraska said they want Urban.
Shout out to them, man. Yeah, man.
Urban can't fix that.
Man, you just gotta think big, man.
I know, and if I'm Urban, guess what I do? I take the job. Cause guess what? Another.
No, the hell you don't. If you that rich, you're going to live in cornfields. If you're that rich,
one more year, one more check.
Man, I go see on TV in Miami Beach, man.
7 million. That's fine, but I take one more. No, it's not, because I'm not gonna be that checked in if I'm Urban Meyer. I'm gonna go get that check. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm gonna go get and we know Herb like to cheat, right? So Herb want to go out there and smash some country girls.
I'm not going in them cornfields, bro. If I'm Urban, I'm
get some
chilling.
Nice cornbread fed, little something out there. Herb gonna want to smash on for a little bit, get a few checks, man.
Bro, I am rich. I can get that anywhere in the world.
Herb like to be away
There's
from
no
home,
way I'm
like
going to
Tom
Nebraska.
Brady.
Yeah.
Herb like to be away from home like Tom, bro. I'm telling you.
They open a chain of restaurants, man. Like whatever. I am not going to Nebraska. There's no way.
Man, it's some untapped talent in Nebraska that Herb plans on exploring, brother.
If somebody gave me an all expense paid for a vacation in Nebraska, I'd turn that bitch down.
I'm not. I don't want to go, but all expenses paid, I'm gonna go. It's something to see. It's something to see in every state.
Nebraska. Now I'm cool in Nebraska, fan.
I got a cousin that live there, actually. I got a cousin that live in Nebraska. Yep. Omaha. He live in Omaha.
Mississippi. Arkansas is another state too, man. All expense paid for. You keep that one.
I've been to Arkansas. Cool. I've been there. Beautiful, man. I've been to Arkansas. When I was staying in Tulsa, I had a homeboy I worked with at Target, and I drove over to go see him. It was about 4 hours.
I'm not leaving the comfort of my home. Just go to Arkansas, bro.
I mean, he was 4 hours away. Good friend, so of course I went to go see him. I'm saying
like I'm talking about me. Why I won't go, bro. I'm not judging you for going. Yeah.
If my man's didn't live there, there's no way I would have went there either.
Right.
His wife was from there, and he ended up getting a job with Walmart, so he ended up staying there as well. So I wanted to go see the homie. Beautiful country, man. You know, a lot of hills and green, green grasses and all that. Beautiful.
What they known? What's their thing? What's they known for? They got good barbecue.
Walmart.
What's their shit?
Walmart. I went to the little Walmart museum. Sam Walton was
like
this. I think I did tell you?
Yeah, I think you told me this. Yeah, you did.
I believe I did. Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. I think was it Fayetteville? It's all Walmart land, man. Yeah, they get everything Walmart first, bro. They got Walmarts where out there where the machines stock the shelves and all, man. It's crazy. So it was a cool spot to visit. Cool. I wouldn't want to live there, but yeah, visit. Sure, why not? I'll visit any of our 50 states, all expenses paid. You go see it. If you're going to pay for it, I got a week. I can go hang out. Rhode Island, I'm sure, doesn't have a ton of things to see.
Anything with a coast got me. I'm going to be real with you. Anything with coastal, waterfront. Yeah. I'm cool with that. Like, Rhode Island in the bag. There's a lot of little spots in the Northeast I want to check out. Massachusetts and all that shit. They got some good coastlines and some remote areas. Arkansas could kiss my ass. I don't got no reason to be going there.
Wyoming.
Nah, that shit looks beautiful. Like it's some spots. Yeah, I've seen some good scenery in Wyoming.
Montana.
Definitely Montana.
My same cousin that lived in Nebraska lived in Montana.
Yeah, definitely. That shit is beautiful.
That's what I'm saying. Just go. It's something to see. I promise.
Nah, I don't want to see no cornfield. What the fuck I'm gonna see?
Fayetteville was cool. Fayetteville really was a cool city. I ain't gonna hold you.
Nah, I may go check the Walmart shit. That shit sounds interesting.
They got like the best.
I'm not gonna go, but that sounds interesting.
School field you're gonna see in the country because it's sponsored by out of Walton's, they got a badass high school football field. It's like, yeah, it's fire. No, I did see that. It's
They
fire.
probably trash though, right?
No, they're good. They're good.
They good? Yeah.
They're good. Yeah, they're a good team. Good program. Anyways, we're rambling at this point. Let's get the hell on out of here.
Let's get up out of here, man.
Any shout outs? Anything you want to shout out anybody before we get up out of here? I'll shout out what's that dude? CJ, the quarterback or the coach of Middle Tennessee State. You don't know, but yeah,
that you respect them boys, man. You need to go find that man's name. That man somebody run down on you with some fire. You don't even learn his name.
Shout out Middle Tennessee State, man. Hey, y'all came in, kicked ass.
You learn that man's name, bro.
Nah, he ain't gonna be important to me in a week. But shout out to take care of business, man. Kicked our ass up and down the field, embarrassed the state program. Hats off. I got nothing but respect for that.
Already, man. Y'all embarrassing the whole set, man. Y'all let the whole state down. I appreciate it. It was hilarious, but man, y'all let everybody down. Y'all was on Coach 30 looking crazy.
Coach 30 gonna get tired of doing us. Paul.
Yeah, you're gonna have to run it back. I think this North Carolina shit is gonna be some more shit. I want to give a shout out to my boy Wes, man. Shout out to the West and my guys over there at Endurance in Orlando. They're Orlando and Miami based. They're a strategy and content agency. They also offer logo and brand design, social media advertising. They're gonna be doing some video and editing for us, man. I don't have time to be chopping up these videos, man. So my guys, Wes and those dudes over at Endurance, gonna be handling all our visuals. If you need any of those services, visit endurance.is or follow Build Endurance on Instagram. That's at Build Endurance. Shout out to my guys, Wes and those dudes over there, man. That's the only shout out I got. Anything else?
I think that's it. CJ, you got any shout outs?
Nah, fellas, y'all got it. No, I was trying to get my damn video was going off for a second.
Yes, we got to adjust to the new scene. All right, man. Hey, thank y'all for tuning into the roll up.
But yeah, Rick Stockhill, man, that's my guy, man. Shout out to the Noel. Rick Stockhill.
It's too late now, man. Fuck him now.
You know that man's name. That man don't slap you in the head with fire. You don't even want to know who he is. That's crazy. That's like TJ. That's like TJ not one go get his phone.
Rock stock jock, whatever his name is. I'll beat the shit out of him. I ain't TJ, first off. Ain't nobody rolling me.
Hey man, Rick said y'all boys got 1.6, man. Put some respect on his name.
Man, anybody that called Rick to talk this week about that Miami win, he had time. We should have got him on the show.
Man, listen here, all kind of time. I thought CJ really had him for the show. I was going,
me too.
That should have been dope.
Yeah, it was funny as hell. Like, all right, pull up, coach.
Man.
What did you go in saying? But hey, thank y'all for tuning in. We appreciate each and every listen, each and every watch on our YouTube. Do us a quick favor, like this video. Subscribe to our page. Also, if you are listening on the audio medium, whatever one you're listening to, we got way too many listeners not to have more likes on the more ratings and reviews on the audio platform. So if you listen on Spotify, go ahead and give us those 5 stars. If you listen on Apple Podcasts, same thing, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, whatever you would listen to us on, go ahead and give us that review, man. It goes a long way to help one of your favorite podcasts get more exposure. We appreciate that.
We appreciate the love. We appreciate the vibes. We appreciate y'all support. We're gonna keep elevating the content. All this is gonna get better and better. It's been a lot of love, bro.
It?
Yeah, you see it. Elevating a little bit, man.
I ain't never been this cute. Oh my God. Tell your auntie, man, I'm coming to town.
Let her know what's up, man. Hey, November 5th, we're gonna be down there in Miami. We still getting our tailgate plans together for that. We pulling up in Dade. We're gonna pull up in Tallahassee. We still pulling up in Gainesville. We'll keep the vibes going. Appreciate y'all for hanging out with us. Like, subscribe. It's the roll up. It's the vibes. We'll see y'all on Sunday, man. No cap.
Peace.